Now Bryson Neal gets the gimme on that one. Wow! What just happened right there?
Well, what happened is I'm getting a hearing test on Monday, but that's...
Coming into this one right now. Final turns right now to get the roll-offs one final time as he hits those final chicanes. Bryson Neal, the Bidwell Bullet, takes the checkers and the win here at the Parts Unlimited Mason-Dixon GNCC 5 in a row.
It was awesome. I mean, the track was, for a racing standpoint, the track was amazing. You know, it had such a great flow. The dirt was perfect. The fields were awesome. Man, it just, everything had a berm to bounce off of. You know, CST tires over shocks, they were clicking today. They're working awesome. It was so much fun. A lot of guys riding good, but that can't get over how good that track was. I wish every GNCC was like that. My gosh.
As usual, it's going really good till it's not. HH grabbed the whole shot. We had a little talk before the race, basically. You know, he said he was going to get the whole shot. He did.
And I did.
And he said that he was going to go wide on the third or fourth corner, and he did.
What's up, man? Hey, if I talk to you before the race, looks like I'm talking to you after the race. Yeah, you're the lucky charm, I guess. It was good. I had to push pretty hard. Just ride smart, try not to make mistakes, and yeah, just make passes. And if you can make a pass, make it stick. Just keep that momentum rolling forward. So. Yeah, it was good. I mean, the first lap it was a little weird trying to hit all the ruts, but I feel like the second, third lap I found a flow, and it seemed like everybody picked up the pace. But yeah, just great day.
Shake it, pop it, bang! Popping bottles on the GNCC podium. Get you some. Cheers! That sweet, sweet taste. GNCC. Another shirt going out. Towels going out. Some Magna One. Stickers. Share them the way. Make some noise for your top three in the XC2.
Hello and welcome to America's Premier Off-Road Racing Championship, the 2022 GNCC Series presented by Specialized and AM8 National Championship. And this is round number 9. We know and love as the Yamaha Racing Snowshoe GNCC. It's one that pays homage to the one that gave birth to it all. We're talking about, of course, the Blackwater 100, probably the closest we have in terrain and likeness as far as the mountains and rocks are concerned, and definitely offering up a great venue here in beautiful Snowshoe, West Virginia. Perfect weather this weekend as we roll into a great weekend of racing, and as the stage is set for great racing today, we've got to take a look back and think about what's led up to now as we get ready for the big summer break after this particular round of racing. Our first 8 rounds have been nothing but exciting, that's for sure. And as far as the championship points race is concerned, it was kind of tight there for a while. And whenever we made the visit to the John Penton GNCC, the place that last year actually took Bryson Neal out of the championship, may have given him the championship outright after a mechanical issue by Walker Fowler. Fowler now coming into this one several points down. Bryson Neal in the points lead, but more importantly, when we take a look at the momentum, it appears to be on Bryson's side as he is coming off of another win, and that would be, I believe, about 6 of those as far as the 2022 season is concerned, and that's pretty impressive, especially when you're going against someone as healthy and as formidable as your 7-time defending champion Walker Fowler. Fowler back against the wall as far as the points are concerned, but riding very well as he finished up second at our last round of racing, chasing behind Bryson Neal a good portion of the day. And as we look at some of the other highlights from this race, a lot of great things going on. Bryson and Walker obviously eventually making their way out front. Now, what happened? Walker got out front first. He was out front for the first 3 laps of racing. And what looked like was going to be maybe a Walker Fowler day, well, Bryson Neal did just exactly what he wants to do. Shadowed all day long, running within about 1 second from that second lap through the final lap of racing when he was able to get around Fowler to make the pass for the win. Now, a couple of riders we could see step up today could be Hunter Hart, could be Cole Richardson, or even Devin Feeham, which we've seen a lot of recently. Even Adam McGill, as we know this is McGill's Mountain. So it's up for grabs here today on Snowshoe Mountain. Who's going to come away with it? That question and more will be answered here shortly. But right now, before we get into the racing action today and get that all sorted out, let's check in with our junior trail boss and co-course designer, Mr. Jared Bolton, as he takes us through what we can expect here at the 2022 Yamaha Racing Snowshoe GNCC. Jared?
Well, thanks, guys. Welcome back to beautiful Snowshoe Mountain. But hey, don't let this beauty fool you. This place is tough, rugged, grueling, but hey, you already know that. When you start out on the loop, it starts out a little easy. You got about a mile where you're running some ski slopes, that kind of stuff, and then you drop down into the most famous part of this whole place, Howard's Hole. It's rocky, it's muddy, you pick your way through it, torture yourself for a few minutes, and then guess what? It's pretty easy for a few miles. You're kind of running around some ski slopes, but then guess what? You cross over that main road and head out on that west side of that mountain, things get pretty tough. You're basically riding in rock for, I don't know, about a solid 7 miles. Work your way around that west side of that mountain. A couple of big rock gardens, a couple different rock gardens we're throwing in for the bikes. You're gonna come back up, and then the last, mile of the race gets easy again. Ski slopes back around to the finish. Overall, you're constantly riding in rocks here. When you're not riding in rocks, you're wide open up and down the ski slopes. Not necessarily a little bit of something for everyone this week. The guys that are good at the tough and technical stuff are going to excel here, but the guys that are good at that fast stuff, they get a little bit of help on those ski slopes. Going to be a great weekend of racing. Can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Jared. And, of course, as we get set to go, we got a lot of great things on tap today. 2 hours of intensity through the mountains of West Virginia. Will McGill be able to rise to the occasion one more time? Will Bryson Neal's role continue to be up front and take another win? Will Walker Fowler get the break he's looking for? Stick around to find out. We'll answer those and many more questions when we return here on GNCC Live. 241 from Bidwell, Ohio on a Magna 1 Motorsports backed Yamaha, the Bidwell Bullet, Bryson Neal. He is second in points and a 7-time Grand National Cross Country champion. Riding aboard the number 1 from Rogers, Ohio on a WFR GBC Fly Racing Factory Yamaha, Walker Fowler. He is third in points, riding aboard the number 2 from Newfield, New York on the original Formula 88 Ithaca Recreation Sports Maxxis-backed Yamaha, Hunter Hart. Fourth 5th in points, riding aboard number 712 from Waxhaw, North Carolina on a Pierce Performance GBC Tires Action Off-Road backed Yamaha, John Glada Jr. Rolling to the line next, he is 5th in points, riding aboard the number 7 from Windsor, New York on a GBC Fly Racing 9.2 B&R Motorsports Yamaha, Devin Feehan. And now back on road number 2. He is 6th in points, riding aboard the number 3 from Casca, Pennsylvania on a JMR Elka Moose Racing backed Honda, Jared McClure. I believe he may be out actually due to injury. Sorry about that. Rolling to the line next. 7th in points aboard the number 733 from Edinburgh, Pennsylvania on a Getter Nissan Kinda Action Off-Road Richardson Nissan back machine, Cole Richardson. For the number 12, he is 8th in points. He is an XC2 Pro-Am rider out of Acme, Pennsylvania on an Action Off-Road Pierce Performance Pro Graphic back ride, Jay Shadrach. 9th in points, riding aboard the number 521, back to reclaim his mountain from Waverly, West Virginia on the Over Tires Moose Racing Parts Unlimited Honda, Adam the Gator McGill. And 10th in points, he rides aboard the number 6 out of Akron, Ohio. I believe also out due to injury today, but we'll give him the accolades on the Merritt Racing B&R Motorsports machine of Josh Merritt. And that, ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineup for this Yamaha Racing Snowshoe GNCC. Our riders make their way back to the starting line and the grid themselves in the way that they chose their start positions just a few moments ago before rider introductions. As you can see, Adam McGill is certainly charged up and pumped up. Are you ready to go? GNCC Racing!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and remove your hat as we introduce to you American Idol Golden Ticket winner from a few months ago, recording artist Kaylin Robertson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet land of the free and the home of the brave.
There you have it, folks. Miss Kayla Robertson and the Star-Spangled Banner as we celebrate our nation here from West Virginia and Snowshoe Mountain Resort. And as we look up into that start grid, the rain is starting to fall. And wow, what a change of affair. It was sunny and beautiful just a few moments ago. Some clouds moved in. And now not only the rain coming down, it is coming down hard, but the race fans here seem to be enjoying it quite a bit as they know what this means. It's only going to make things more exciting as far as the Snowshoe GNCC is concerned. Oh, attention turns to Ricky Towery now as he gets set to take his position in turn number 1. And, of course, signal these riders as to what is about to happen next. Oh, man, the rains are starting to come. Things certainly going to be a whole lot different than what we thought they were just 10 minutes ago. Course conditions are concerned. Oh, eyes on Ricky Towery now as he has made himself into the rider's view as he approaches them and lets them know 1 minute before the start of the Snowshoe GNCC, folks. And I'll tell you, these are the moments that really start to get you edgy, especially when the rain falls like this. We're on the verge of this 9th round of the big summer break coming up. The blue flag is out and a live engine start here today, so no shutting them down. But I'm going to ask you folks here at Snowshoe, West Virginia, as the rains come down, are you ready to go GNCC racing? Oh, yeah, Snowshoe. That was good, but I think we can do a lot better. I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you ready to go GNCC racing? 10 seconds. And road number 1 will be off and rolling here at the Yamaha Racing Snowshoe GNCC. Oh, and it's the young Hunter Hart grabbing the early lead once again, as he did just 3 weeks ago. Row 2 coming up next. Jared McClure, actually Max scratched that. Jay Shadron, Adam McGill, and Cole Richardson as 2 riders are out in the top 10 this week. Row 3, Chris Borch, Brandon Owens, Wyatt Wilkin, Austin Abney, and Steve Harrell. Row number 4, Johnny G, Johnny Gallagher, Grayson Eller, along with Daniel Peters, Dylan Walraven, and Roddy Rush. Row number 5, XC1 rider Travis Eugene Dameron. And now to the XC2 Pro-Am. Those first 4 rows were our top 20 overall, by the way. As row 6 takes off, XC2 Pro-Am, Shane McGill and Kenny Schick, Dylan Hayes, Chase Allison, and Tanner Walker. That's why in the top 20 you saw a couple of unfamiliar names, I guess. All right, so we go next to row number 9. Row 7 next is Logan Huff. And next is coming up Keaton Henderson, Dalton Keys, Nathan Dearborn, Lane McCormick, and James Guada. That is your College A top 5. Row number 10, Cody Forrester, Trevor Furby, Tyler Cox, John Ashcraft, and Lane Felder. 6 through 10 in the College A class. Row number 11 now, Christopher Howard, Zach Knight, Chance Hickey, Parker Henderson, and Damian Hawkins. Oh, and Hawkins goes way wide, slams into the hay bales now. Row 12, College A, Ian Burns, Riley Salick, Colton Dobbs, Kai Arbogast, and Corey Vandelinder. Coming up next, Alex Teeman, Nate Harvey, and Joey Bell. Row 14, Jeremy Ladon, Alex Elioff, Seth Wilson, Devin Masters, and Caden Ryan. Row 15, here come our two. That row just a moment ago was your top 5 in Junior A. This is 6 through 10. Alan Labos, Colton Kashuta, AJ Connors, Fankery Egress, and Justin Miller. Bryson Mullahan, row 16, along with Henry Moore, Logan Weishire, Hunter Harrison, Toby Hughes. Row 17, our final two, Junior A, Torrin Johnson and Andrew Hickson. Next, Event A, 30+, our top 5 in that class, Jeff Pickens, Brad Whitehead, Thomas Kuntz, or AJ Kuntz, Jonathan Fugate, and Michael McAvoy. Row 19, TJ Barrett, Cody Holcomb, and Zach Wright. Row number 20 is JJ Joy, James Green, Kevin Yoho, and Justin Lewicki. Senior A 40+ class, Zachary Phillips, top 5, Jeremy Gouchard, Chris Conklin, and Todd Muscala. Row 22, Senior A, Brian Axline and Michael Hayes. Row 23, Dominic Minichi, Doug Morse, and Ronald Varndell. Row 25, Senior A, our final Senior A rider, Wesley Stone. Ronald Varndell doing some donuts down here. Here comes Wes Stone now. Whoa, kicking it in sideways. He's having some fun. He's the only one out there. You better hurry, Wes. Coming up next, College B class, Andre Williams, Connor Brandt, Briggs Lazelle, and Denton White. Row 26, Connor Adair, Austin Brancher, Owen Burns, Bryce Bellamy, and Jeremy Kogar. That's your 6 through 10 positions in College B. Race 27, or row 27, College B, still Tavis Dudley, Evan Grant, and Evan Osborne, Nathan Fravel, and DJ Mallow. Row 28, Gavin Temple, Adam Sappel, Richard Williams, Easton Snyder, and Kane Skinner. Row 29, Michael Worth, Caden Lambruno, Alex Goss, William Walden, and Ryan Mason. Row 30, still College B riders, Elijah Martin, Xander White, Colin Daniels. Also Thomas Croston and Josh Turner. Row 31, your final College B competitor, Ricky Sargent. Pavement, certainly a little bit wet pavement, certainly Dax, a whole lot different. All right, Junior B, 22+. William Wallace, this is your top 5. Jordan Burnett, Dylan Stein, Justin Cotter, Hunter Boyle, and Sean Newhouse. 6 through 10 positions now. Paul McCloskey, Justin Mullahan, Josh Adams, and Nicholas Blaney in row 33. Row 34, Brandon Jackson, Trace Furby, Justin Keller, and Austin Newman. Off and rolling Junior B. Row 35, Rusty Shackelford, Alec Matthews, and Noah Howard now off and rolling. Next up, Vet B 30+ class, row 36, top 5, David Kite, Tyler Lazelle, Ryan Simmons, Derek Hart, and Corey Pancake. Row 37 now, Dusty Gatos and Patrick Mages. To the Senior B 40+ class, row 39, Rick Marino, Mike Reiser, Robert Stevens, and Richie McCauley. Row 40, Douglas Bailey, Jad Chudy, Paul Myers, and Lyle Morrison. Row 41, Ivo Pahalik, Dallas Sanders, and Jason Cornell. And that, ladies and gentlemen, your start here today at the Yamaha Snowshoe GNCC A lively crowd here at Snowshoe, no doubt, as we are in almost heaven, West Virginia. You think they're rowdy on top of the mountain? Wait till you see what's going on down in Howard's Hole. We got that and a whole lot more, as well as a great battle shaping up here as we roll into round number 9. This Snowshoe GNCC. Stick around. GNCC Live continues after this.
We all have our reasons to accomplish, to work hard. We share a common goal, to be the best. Keep fighting, put in the work, never take the easy way. Your drive and determination fuels our passion.
AMSOIL runs on freedom and has since 1972. We punish our products firsthand in our world-class laboratories and beyond, because some things can't be learned from a test tube. Run with us.
Right? Or does blue light mean we're on?
Ben Kelly here, 2021 GNCC champion. Subscribe to Racer X and get yourself a fresh FMF t-shirt.
Born of family values and a homegrown work ethic, Cometic Gaskets seals your machine so you can focus on the finish line. Cometic Gaskets are the competitive standard for racers who demand the very best. Cometic Gaskets are constructed from superior materials designed to perform in the most demanding environment, whether it's championships on the line or a day in the dirt with friends. Professionals and enthusiasts depend on Cometic. Cometic Gaskets, sealing championships since 1989.
This Racer TV broadcast is brought to you by Specialized Turbo E-Bikes. It's you, only faster. And by Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Get ready.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Racer TV Live, deep in the heart of the Mountain State. We're in Pocahontas County and Snowshoe Mountain, West Virginia, for the 2022 running of the Snowshoe GNCC. My name is Griffin Cotter in the booth. With me, we have GNCC Pastor Chuck LeMaster and 4x4 Pro Cody Collier. Guys,
hey, I'll tell you what, Griff, man, welcome to Snowshoe. What a way to start the race. The rain started coming down right as the green flag was about to fly. About 30 seconds before that, all of a sudden, the rider introductions were done, and the rain comes down, and you saw the starts, and now we've got live screen at Howard's Hole, mile marker number 1. This is Howard's Hole. And Cody, you just came off the track. I don't think you guys went through this, did you?
No. The people were trying to start a petition to get the AM back there, as you've seen, the Free Howard's Hole people.
Yeah, Free Howard's Hole.
No, didn't get it run this year, but
look at that rock in the middle of the track. They're having to pick this four-wheeler up over the rock. That rock wasn't there a minute ago.
Hey guys, I hate to break in here, but I don't know if you've heard the news. Okay, I'll let you guys tell it then.
Well, Griff has a radio on his shirt here, and we're getting some snippets off the radio that might change things up.
Absolutely. As I was making my way back over to the trailer here, I heard some chatter on the radio, and it appears that this ATV championship that got blew out of the water just a few rounds ago may be actually tightening back up as Bryson Neal is out. They're waiting for a tow right now, which means basically once they hook up, his day is done. That means he will not be finishing in the top 20. That means he will score 0 points. Now, that doesn't mean, I think there's like a 40-some point deficit there that we're trying to bridge there, but what that's going to do is it's going to tighten up. If Walker can win, he can bridge 30 points of that today, and when we come back for those final 4 rounds in the fall, wow, you talk about a heater of a championship. We're going to have it on. There's no doubt about that.
Man, good timing. Stepping into the booth here, Rodney, with the take on the speculation. I think that was Bryson getting the hook up there that we heard on the radio with a lot of static. So Griff and I were discussing, like, man, should we make that public knowledge or not?
So huge storylines early in this one, but Hunter Hart out front early off of row number 1 as we head into our specialized start recap. So different start grid this week as we start on asphalt. Cody, who goes first into the first turn?
Oh yeah, Hunter taking it away, leading into the woods down the mountain. It rained right on the start, so it's way slicker. And you guys watch the starts as we got onto the broadcast. The further back you went, the more people sliding out. But definitely gonna be slick out there. It seems like the rain's about over right now, though.
It looks like it. You can still hear some thunder rumbles off in the distance, but Adam McGill with a good start there as we move into our XC2 class. That'll wrap up, actually, our specialized start recap.
I think that'll wrap it up. And we're back to Howard's Hole action. This is the part that I can get down with. We look at just the thousands of people. Confetti flying.
Complete pandemonium, if you will.
Man, in between the 10 a.m. and what turned out to be the 2 p.m. race, the Racer TV camera was panned static on Howard's Hole, and there were people mud wrestling, belly flopping.
Beach balls being thrown.
According to Facebook, there was a 10 a.m. volleyball game right here in Howard's Hole. And trail boss Ryan Eccles, he's like, the only time I'm going down there is to go see if they're actually playing volleyball. Oh. Sure enough, they were.
They were. That does not surprise me at all. I'll tell you what. Cody, you and I were talking a second ago that this is so different than what it's been in years past. I mean, with the number of spectators that are down there right now, there's basically just 2 ways to go through this portion of the hole.
Go where the people aren't. That's all you got. We got about 2 lines here, and like
they're 4-wheeler width wide. It's just like a country road.
Yeah.
Country roads take me home, and the thing is from having ridden through this hole in years previous, this is the first part of the hole. The hard part is after this.
Where
all the roots come up.
Yeah, it gets real deep and real gnarly as you go on the X. You see all the rocks that start building up, and actually gets gnarlier as you exit Howard's Hole nowadays.
Oh, there we got some fans very excited to be. I'm on TV, Mom. Look at me.
So what we saw there previously was actually a replay of the first lap of the XC1 guys coming through Howard's Hole for the first time, taking the line down around the camera, and then the one further up the trail we couldn't see. I think our leaders took them through the crowd and on out onto the ski slopes. But Cody, talk a little bit about the track that you got to ride, and then what has this rain done to the race surface here today?
Yeah, the one side of the mountain on the start side, the one through the 4 mile side of the mountain, it's pretty much ski slopes. There's a lot of high-paced stuff minus Howard's Hole, but it was pretty much wide open for us on that side of the mountain. And then all the fun's on the other side of the mountain, the 4 through the 11. That's where all the fun is. All the magic happens here at Snowshoe with big gnarly rocks, big deep roots. Got some sections got 4 lines wide, big bottleneck situations out there for me. And then as these guys will have too, especially with the rain, it's going to polish off the mountain, especially on the ski slopes, because they're just going to be fighting for traction out there on those slick rocks. And
yeah, those rocks are going to be polished off already, and then just drag up a little bit of mud, a little bit of water, and make those rocks even more interesting for sure.
Yeah, here's one of those sections that's 4 lines wide right here.
Yeah, right there, and we got our track map up on screen right now.
So the mountain runs north to south, giving us a west side and an east side, and the lap is bookended on the east side, and that is the side where you see Howard's Hole and a lot of the ski slopes, and then the west side is the more technical side. Correct,
yeah,
Cody?
absolutely, yeah. The Howard's Hole is fun. It's great. It's a gnarly section. The downhill coming into it, and then getting out the roots and rocks after it's pretty gnarly. But
so this here on screen, mile marker 4 would be the downhill coming into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Where you, after the 4, where you make your 90 right, that's where it begins.
Yeah.
and then from there to the 10, that's all gnarly. All that's real gnarly.
And
no
then at
field,
the 10, that's a hill climb popping back up to the road.
Yep. Right there, we turned right at the 10 to go to the 11, but they hit the pro pits. They have a couple gnarly sections just right there on that stretch right there too.
I think it's funny that of all the terrain that you see on this racetrack, from the 10 to the 11, it's pretty much all asphalt for these guys.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a couple real gnarly sections. As you're exiting Pro Row, they drop into a tree line that's just chewed out where they've hit it every single year they've come here. It
just gets deeper and deeper and tougher every single year.
Oh yeah, it's other than that, it's a lot of asphalt, really high speed sections, and then from the 11 to the finish, you're this coming up the hill to the. I didn't let off. Coming down the hill all the way to the top. It was last year I hit 89 miles an hour here on that. Wow. On the 4x4. I haven't checked today, but I imagine I was somewhere close.
The section there you see from the 11 to the finish, and then from the 2 to the 3, we call the X. The two-way there, one's going out, one's coming back in. Did you see the bar that they installed there trackside?
The bar?
They installed a bar right next to the track, and they're trying to create a Howard's Hole Jr., I think, and another spectator attraction there, trackside.
Yeah, if you go through that 4 to that 11 and find something down, there's some gnarly stuff that I think that's almost better spectating nowadays. Gets deep out through there.
So here we are again, back down in Howard's Hole. Some 300 riders out on the racetrack, and you can see they've all made it through Howard's Hole one time.
I freed it up. We see people belly flopping in there and throwing a beach ball around and having fun, waiting on the next lap. Before they hit this Howard Hole again, though, they're going to come through the finish line chicanes and get scored. And that's when it starts to get real, Griff. That's when we're going to know who's leading who, by how much, anxiously awaiting the completion of that first lap.
We can continue to tell this story that is the 2022 Snowshoe GNCC. And last we saw, I believe, it was still Hunter Hart. We are waiting on our next camera shot. It'll be Method Alley coming up here shortly, I believe, and we'll be able to check back in with our front runners. But while we have the time, Cody, let's talk about the morning race. You got out front early. Take us through in your own words what happened out there.
Yeah, no, good clean day racing. I got a poor start and picked through the pack and got a lead halfway through that first lap, and then started setting the pace and picked up the pace and got away for a little bit, and then the lappers started to get thicker as the race went on, and Landon was putting in good laps, and he ended up running me down on the last lap, and I had an awesome day.
He retired, but he comes out here to Snowshoe, and all of a sudden he remembers how to ride a four-wheeler.
Oh, yeah, you don't forget how to ride a bike. No, Landon's great competitor, great champion. You know, he has #1 play on his bike for a reason. He knows what he's doing.
He does.
Will 2022 forever be known as the year of the return? I mean, we've seen Anthony Caroli come back. We've seen Ryan Dungey. there's been rumors and whispers in the pits of a number 1 KTM on his way back into racing.
Oh, the number 1 that was over in Erzberg?
Yeah, that one. That number 1. And now
it's hard to stay away.
Yeah, it is
hard to stay away. I already know I'm in it for life. I'm not even going to try to play that retiring game.
Yeah, well, there's a number 557 that was racing last night. And
yes,
he held on to the lead most of the time until little pellet gun got around him. Little pellet gun Sean Remington took the lead away.
The EPW Stasic race that we had last night,
yes.
First time ever in the village here on top of Snowshoe Mountain. It was a spectacle.
Yeah.
Cool. I walked by it and I got to see them do.
He walked by. I got sucked into it because there was some genuine racing going on there. It was serious.
It's a rivalry budding between Lulu and Riker.
Yeah, Lulu and Riker, and then let's see, I saw little Duval out there tearing it up, like lapping the whole field. I told Maggie today, I was like, "You've got your hands full. You got 2 fads."
Yeah. So we can. Go ahead, John.
No, anyway, you know, we're keeping our eyes on this racing today. Early on, we heard reports over the radio that Bryson Neal might be getting hooked up to Wrecker and not getting any points today. We'll have that confirmed here in short order. But, you know, as Hunter Hart was in the lead here, as we saw him come into this Howard's hole here, he had the hole shot. Thought we saw a glimpse of him coming into the hole here, so now we're just waiting. If they're due, our race clock right now is saying about 20 minutes have elapsed, so we'll, you know, 2-hour-long race. Lots can happen.
Let's talk about that for a minute in mid-race communication. Does Walker Fowler know that Bryson Neal's on the hook?
Boy, hard to say because he's probably not going to know that until he comes through the pits.
Walker was dead last on the hole shot. So odds are he didn't pass him by then. Yes. Odds are he saw him. Walker was dead last on the whole shot.
That's true.
So odds are he saw him, knows what's going on. At least see him doof it. I don't know if he knows how bad it is, if he's getting towed out or not.
Right.
Maybe he's thinking he's.
But we also heard through the radio and all the static and snap, crackle, pop. We heard bridge. And there is a bridge out there that is very slick, and Caitlin Osborne, who was 3rd place WXC this morning, said that she slid off the bridge and took her a moment to recover, and she was able to make her way back up to 3rd place. But we heard bridge and we heard tow truck. So, and we heard Bryson Neal. So
it was slick for us this morning. Then they got that rain. I imagine they didn't get any more traction on it. Now, I wouldn't think it would be enough to end someone's day. Like, you know, it's only like a 3-4 foot drop off the left side of that bridge where it slid off. But who knows?
Sure.
Who knows?
We do want to preface that.
Heard the static.
To our knowledge, we know that it is a mechanical. Bryson is fine from what we've heard over the radio, so don't worry.
And the radio's been fairly quiet for the last 10 minutes or so.
I've had it turned down.
Oh, well, way to go, Griff. Now, see, this is the joy of having Griff in the booth, is because Griff gets here early. When'd you get here, like Monday?
We got here Tuesday morning.
And so he's had the run of the mountain. He knows where Method Alley is. He knows where the Monster Mile is. Did you ride the track?
I've not ridden the track. That's not really in my wheelhouse. I stay more in the spectator areas. We laid out the pro pits.
And you drive the Gator.
And the Viking.
The Viking. There you go. That's right. The Yamaha Viking. Shame on me because this is even the Yamaha Snowshoe GNCC.
Absolutely. And you can see on screen we have the Yamaha Racing live drone. We're waiting just before our pro pits at the FMF PowerPoint. And
this is before and after the pro pit.
Before and after.
One side.
This is coming out of the west side of the mountain, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So there's that hill climb, and you saw people gathered at the top of the road there, waiting for theirs.
Here we go.
There's our leader, and it looks white.
Hunter Hart.
That would be Hunter Hart. If it is that, like you said, I think that could be Feehan in 2nd place.
So same as they went through Howard's hole that first lap.
Correct. Man, what a view from our drone. I know our folks here that are listening to us live, they don't get to see this, but the friends at home watching this on Racer TV, our drone operator is just dialed. What a beautiful view that is.
Oh, yeah.
A great shot zooming in on them. And there we got the 3rd and 4th place. Junior. 5th, 6th, 7th. So we've got top 7 that are all within eyesight of each other. Popping out to the across the road there, back into the woods. They're going to be working their way into the pro pits.
They're going to hug this bank here all the way, and they're going to hang a sharp right-hander at the top of this hill and enter our ATV Pro Road.
Yeah, it gets a little gnarly right there, just off the parking lot.
And Jay Shadron from Exit 2, I'm almost sure of it.
Fantastic. Nice having Cody Collier up here in the booth. And from here, we can actually hear them where we're sitting at the Racer TV truck. I can look out the window. And
sounds like we have Rodney Tomlin coming from our pro row.
Hey guys, I'm down here in the pits. I just wanted to give you an update. I don't know if you saw how this came through, but just now when they came through, obviously Hunter Hart is your leader. Devin Feehan in the number 2 spot. And that was Jay Shadron back in the number 3 spot. Walker did dip into the pits real quick, grabbed some goggles and went on. I didn't see if anybody else stopped and whether he was able to make any passes. But I do see also on the pit board of Mark Notman, it says Bryson out. Finish. That's all they're worried about right now, is getting to the finish and scoring points and trying to capitalize as much as they possibly can on this day. That's what's going on in the pits right now.
So now they make their way back out into the FMF PowerPoint, and thank you for that insight, Rodney. So now we know. Walker does know.
Pit board. And the only reason Mark Notman's hanging that is because he heard us say it.
Correct.
You better be right. No. Put your head down and go, because we definitely didn't see Bryson Neal there. So, that's a shame. He's really put together a strong season. Yeah, if Bryson's around, if he gets the, once he gets calmed down and gets his attitude in check, come on up to the booth, man. We want to hear what that whole story is all about, because man, a lot of people cheering for Bryson Neal.
He's rode great enough all year to give himself this cushion to allow
he actually
himself
does.
to have this kind
he
of
had
day.
He had a day off in his hip pocket, didn't he?
He did. He had this to spare. So after summer break, it's just go put in your laps.
Yep.
Yeah, fish season strong like you have been.
Now this is that section you were talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, this down. Yeah, this downhill left here was where I hit 89 miles an hour last year.
That's insane.
You're just wide open all the way down that hill. They've smoothed out all the kickers. I imagine it's a little slicker for them this first lap where we got that rain, so they'll only get quicker on it as the day goes on.
Hey guys, I hate to jump in here again on you, but just want to get an update here. I am down in the pro pits out here with the Magnum One Motorsports pits, and of course Chris Neal, which is Bryson Neal's dad, and I guess chief mechanic, I guess we could say, here today. Talk a little bit with me about this right now, and let me know what's the situation, what's the circumstance, what's going on right now.
Well, what we heard from Big John and another guy that's seen it happen, he got going down the hill and got tangled with a rider, and the bike flipped end over end, and the bike's broke in half. But right now the word is he's okay.
He's okay. We kind of cut out there a little bit, Chris. So if we can step out just a little bit, if you can tell us what he went over a hill. Is that what you said?
He went down over the hill from the start, and the bike went over end over end. He got tangled with a rider. Don't know what happened, but the bike flipped end over end, and then the bike's damaged. It can't continue racing.
Sounds like it took a tumble downhill. Chris, I'm really sorry about that. Definitely makes things a little different as far as the championship, but you guys still should have a little bit of a point lead after this one, and 4 more rounds to go. I'm sure you guys will buckle down and make things happen.
Absolutely. We got to keep our head up. I'm just glad he's healthy. It sounded like he just hurt his thumb, and if that's all he done, that's a good day.
All righty, sounds good. That's what the word we got down here in the pits, guys.
Thanks, Rodney, and continue to keep us updated from down there in the pits. We'll try to get a shot of the Bryson Neal machine making its way back into the pits, but we're through scoring. Chuck, give us a rundown of who came through.
So this isn't physical, this is just by scoring. Timing and scoring.
By timing and scoring, because Hunter Hart was the first one that came through, followed by Devin Feehan. Walker Fowler was physically third on the track, but then, as you know, Snowshoe does timing and scoring adjustments, so the second row started checking in. Cole Richardson checked in ahead of Hunter Hart, but then Jay Shadron out of that XC2 row, all of a sudden is our overall leader.
So give us the top 5 rundown.
Top 5, Jay Shadron, Cole Richardson, Hunter Hart, Devin Feehan, Walker Fowler.
A lot to break down there. XC2 leading the overall first lap. Not super uncommon at Snowshoe.
No, I did it a couple years ago when I ran XC2. I led the first 2 laps, then just had some misfortune. The big smoke from Feehan right there. Yeah, just all I have to do is say, oh, they're all smoking. There must be a water hole that's developed. Okay, that was it looked
out of nowhere. Well, it looked like oil smoke at first. But yeah, now I'm seeing it. It's all steaming.
Oh, good. No, yeah. So like right now, physically, it's Hart, Feehan, Walker, Jay Shad, Glauda, and then Cole Richardson in 6 physically. Both the timing and scoring with Jay Shad and Cole starting on row 2, while everyone else in that top 6 starting on row 1, they do get that timing and scoring.
Exactly. They get that. They get those seconds back.
And it looks like those top 6 have pretty much checked out from everyone else. I didn't see anyone else in the shots.
Any surprises there?
No, not at all. Jay Shad staying on it. Yeah, Jay Shad's great. He's run the XC1 Pro class before. He's a pro in my book. Always has been. But
he sat out long enough. He was allowed to go back.
You never forget how to ride a bike.
Yeah, he's permitted to go back to XC2 because he took a couple years off.
Yeah, he's a pro rider in my book. He knows what he's doing out there. He's content. He's gotten podiums before at the XC1 level, so no surprise that he can.
That he can do it, and especially with a good starting grid position because of where he is in points, and that's how they figure out the grid is based on your overall points. And so Jay Shad was able to get
top 4 rows. It's top 5 is first row, 6 through 10 second row, 11 through 15 is third row, 16 through 20 is fourth row, and then after that they do XC1 by points, XC2 by points, and so on. In this race they happen to have the College A class in rotation first, and then Junior A and Vet A, and then Senior A, and then copy that for the B classes.
For the B classes, yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go. Number 2.
Hart, taking that same line as last time. Worked out for him last time. He's willing to take it again.
I don't blame him.
Beach wall is flat down there.
Yeah, poor beach ball.
There's a fee hand. Jay Shad jumping into second place right there.
Physically into second place.
Fee hand. I think that I couldn't tell if that was Walker or Glauda there. Yeah.
I think it would have had to have been Walker.
Oh, there's Walker right there.
There's Walker. Yep. He took the other line.
Yep. Same one Hart did. I like this outside line. They just didn't take it the first lap. And there is a coleslaw.
Cole Richardson. Oh, he's getting hung up a little bit. Looks like he got spun. He tried to take a different line.
But there's a lot of stuff under
still
that
not
water,
sure
and
what
it
he's
must
doing.
have pushed him further than he thought it would have.
Yeah, he's kind of cutting up.
All right, there's a Glauda, John Glauda Jr.
And he carves that line, no problem. But Cole Richardson lost a couple of precious seconds there.
Stephen Harrell from XC2 jumping in there.
And
so
you
second physically XC2, second. Take a little bit to see where they all end up in the overall time.
As they're coming out of the deep water, looks like the fun part. But as you said, once they come out of there, they get into these slick rocks, and that's where it really gets hard.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a hell of a moment. Austin Abney coming through. Well, he's a good rider, I hope.
Yeah, he just bounced right through that, no problem.
Yeah, he's a great technical rider. He likes to tighten it up. Great local rider.
I think Rodney Tomlin is down in the pits, and I think I know why. The Bryson pod just passed us the back end of the trailer, and I think they're towing it back to the pits. Rodney, do you have something for us?
Love to get a shot of that quad pan.
Okay, so Rodney's on it. They just came through Howard's Hole. We're waiting to pick him up with our Yamaha racing drone.
So yeah.
And word has come in now that it is a 4-lap race.
And that would make sense. Their first lap, which is typically one of their faster laps. Typically, we slow down as Snowshoe unwinds. Their first lap was at 29:14 for Jay Shadron. He was the fast lap of the day so far. So 29:14. Cole Richardson had a 29:16. Hunter Hart a 29:18. Devin Feehan a 29:20. Walker Fowler a 29:21. So you see they're 2 seconds apart, and finally in 5th place, just 1 second off. So there you go. Within 5 racers, all within 4, 6, 8, 9 seconds.
Glauda's right there too. Glauda's touching them as well. He's only a couple seconds.
Yeah, he's 3 seconds back of that. So
nose to tail.
Yeah, and then we get a nice little 40-second break back to Steve Harrell back at 7th place. And then you got Austin Abney, Wyatt Wilkin in 9th, Chris Borich rounding out our top 10, and just sitting outside of the top 10, good old Johnny Gallagher, and Ronnie Rush putting together a nice little duel. It looks like Ronnie Rush is 2 seconds off the rear wheel of Johnny Gallagher.
Yeah, good little battle right there.
Yeah, the young blood and the old blood.
Oh yeah, and then how about Lane McCormick, our first amateur rider come through?
And the College A, that's right.
Yeah, him and Nathan Dearborn.
Yeah, Nathan Dearborn giving him a run. They're only 6.5 seconds apart there. So Lane McCormick holding down 14th overall, but first in College A and first amateur rider. Checking in. Dalton Keys is only about 17 seconds off of that battle there, finding himself within the top 20 as well.
So we're following the front runners here on our Yamaha Racing Live drone. We're trying to follow them, and we're
getting out of range, I think.
Hey, it quit raining, so at least we got the drone up in the air, but right now I think that the drone, it froze.
Well, that's a good point. It was raining during the start. Now the sun is shining again. What does that do to this racetrack?
where we polished it off down to the rock on all the ski slopes and got it down to rock everywhere else with dirt. Now it's just going to polish off. Where we got down to that rock, it's just going to be slick and icy, and they're just going to be fighting for traction right in the edge of the track.
You almost need it to just keep on raining,
right.
Keep washing the mud away and thinning it out. Because right now, the way it quit raining is it's going to get to be a good track about an hour and 59 minutes into this race.
yeah, dry out a little bit by the end. No, it'll be tricky for sure. It'll get soft and it'll get soft in spots like this where it's real deep mud, but where it's rock, it's going to get slick.
So now we're getting word. Rodney Tomlin reporting from ATV Pro Row. Rodney?
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Down here on ATV Pro Row, it's been a rather eventful one already, as we've heard that Bryson Neal was out. Now, we haven't seen Bryson down here, but we know what happened, and evidently he's out for the day. This guy right here is out. Good news is I don't think this was anything that we could say was a crash or anything, but unfortunately, Adam, you're not going to be able to finish the rest of the day.
Correct. I mean, I've been feeling bad the last couple weeks, and I hate sounding like a broken record, but I don't know. I finally went to the doctor and got some blood work done, and my blood work came back yesterday that my white blood cell count was up. So I've got an infection in my body going on right now, and we're hoping by Monday we know the answer. Everything that I've got and everything that I've seen and what the doctor could best diagnose is that we've got Lyme's. So I'm struggling pretty bad right now with it. This is a hard one. It's a hard one to take, you know, and it is what it is. The hand connected to the mind, connected to the body, everything's just real slow, and you know, I end up wrecking twice at the first lap. I'm just not me, and I was just afraid to put myself in danger and all the other riders. So I mean, this sucks holy hell, but I mean, hopefully everybody understand. Everybody's saying you've got enough, man, and I hate saying it, but this is the first race I've had to quit in my 12-year pro career.
Well, I tell you what, dude, you got to do what you got to do. Get healthy, and that's the important thing. Good choice on stepping out, and heal up, and hopefully we'll see you back strong in the fall, buddy.
We will. They said it is curable. We just don't know what kind of precautions we got to take. So, guys, I appreciate all the support. It sucks it had to be today, but it is what it is.
All right, guys, you heard it down here in the pits.
Man, I'll tell you what, I hate that for the Gator. Adam McGill, just one of the most colorful, entertaining. Love to cheer that guy on, and he's got one of the biggest hearts out there. I know he didn't quit for no reason.
And a West Virginian here in West Virginia. Some pretty surprising news as our leaders are coming through Method Alley. The number 2 of Hunter Hart still out front.
All clean. Front plates are clean.
Yeah, front plates are clean, but he's got company. He's not running away.
Jason.
Back to third physically, but having started on that second row, he's got those guys within his sights, so that he's got to know that he's got the overall, as long as he's got them in sight.
He's got to be a little closer to Hunter, I think. I think Hunter's right at that 5-second gap. There's the Walker in fourth. They've pulled away from 56 of Cole and Jr.
We saw Cole Richardson get hung up a little bit there in Howard's Hole. So waiting here at the 4-mile mark, Method Alley. Where is Cole Richardson, and who was able to get around him in Howard's Hole?
No one was. He got through there first.
He got through there.
He passed Junior before Howard's Hole. He was behind him physically going through the finish, and it seems like Junior's falling back a little bit.
It seems like it. So, but those top 4 guys were really kind of in a group all to themselves. They've really gapped it since we last saw them. This is mile 4. Howard's Hole is at mile number 1. So the past 3 miles, they've really pulled a gap. That front 4 has really pulled a gap on the rest of the competitors here.
Takes one bottleneck, and they're right back there. But yeah,
no doubt.
They're still in range at Snowshoe track. So
now this is lap number 2.
2-hour race.
Yeah, this is lap number 2, and so they will start getting into some of the tail end of the B-class riders.
Right, the lap traffic starts to become a factor as the further we go in the race.
Yep, they get thicker, the track gets worse, they get stuck more and more spots.
Yeah, it's not
tear down.
Not quite as bad as it is in the it takes them a little bit longer to catch up, and there's not quite as many bikes on the track.
Yeah, the morning race, we got the trail rider class in ours. Their worst class is, the B class is where that's based. So yeah, the 4x4 Pro class, we're still running for pro pace on those big machines.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas
running them down the
your
speed
slowest rider out
there.
here is still a B-class rider. So
Exactly.
we don't have any beginners, no C-class riders. So
a couple sneak in every now and then.
Yeah.
Well, there was a short debate at the beginning of the 10 a.m. race as to whether it was going to be a 4 or a 5 lap race. You all were turning 26-minute lap times, and there are some pro-only sections, I believe Howard Toll being one of them. But like you said, running pro pace in the 10 a.m. race.
Yeah. I mean, we could. I broke down once last year in the AM race and was able to get back to my pits, and BNR had brought a bike that they had just fixed back up for me. I was going to take it home from that race, and I ran the PM race that day. Blew a seal in my rear brake calipers, and going into the last lap, I was 19th with no rear brakes all day overall. 4x4 in junior A that day. So we can run pace. We can. I think we could be like a top 15 overall if we were to do that. But no, it's cool having the AM, having our own little.
That's a beating on those big machines.
They would
that
break
pace.
a lot. Yeah. So our last lap is their first lap.
Yes.
As beat up the track gets. So
right.
And that's one of the reasons I dropped back and ran the AM races, because I was back in Sport Quad was beating me up in the PM race a little bit too much, so I had to find a change, and the 4x4 Pro has been a great fit.
And some days are better than others.
Yeah. Today is not a good one.
Today you
I seat bounced into a rock, and feels like I flattened a disc in my back. I'm hurting a little bit.
While you recover, we're going to throw to a break here real quick, and we'll be back with more racing action right after this.
Last season was my best season ever by far. I won a lot of races. I won a championship, and it was also my first year using ARMA. And one of the things I noticed was just my ability to string good days together. You know, like especially in the summertime in Florida, where you're riding every day and the heat index is 108 degrees and you're doing 230s and going to the gym and bicycle and all that stuff. I think in the past I've been super inconsistent day to day. Yeah, I may have a good race here or a good day during the week there, but overall I think where I improved the most was my consistency and my recovery.
This week in Yamaha history takes us back to September 24th, 2005. It was the inaugural running of the Unadilla GNCC. And on a bright and sunny fall day in upstate New York, the then 8-time GNCC champion Bill Balance took to the early lead. The dry virgin course presented many challenges with rocks, roots, and the general terrain of the Unadilla Valley River for era greats like Bill Balance and his brother Brandon Balance, Santo DeRisi, Andy Lagsons, Chris Jinks, William Yoakley, Chad Duvall, and many, many more. As Balance had the lead early, he would run into some troubles, dropping to 3rd place and then eventually to 7th place at the midway point of the race before driving all the way back to battle with the leaders at the end. In the meantime, North Carolina's Brian Cook and Missouri's Brian Baker battled with West Virginia's Chris Jinks for the lead. Jinks found some problems at the midway point himself, and he dropped back all the way to 11th. With 2 laps to go, Brian Cook took to the lead, holding on to the top spot down to the wire to finish 1 minute and 3 seconds over Bill Balance and Brian Baker. And that's this week in Yamaha history.
Canati Tires, a division of Greenball Corp, has been in the tire business for over 44 years. We're passionate about developing quality tires that perform great and bring extraordinary value to our customers. Whether you're looking for a tire that can handle your off-road adventures, need a reliable tire to take you from job site to job site, or simply want a tire with a beefier look that won't break the bank, then check out Canati Tires.
USMCA has been connecting riders to certified coaches since 2016. There are over 300 active certified coaches on motorcyclecoaching.org, and we recently launched our new mobile app, making it easy to connect with a coach and book your next training session. So here's what you do. Download the Motorcycle Coaching app, then search for coaches and upcoming classes. Once a training session is booked, riders have the option to pay for their class and even get a calendar reminder that will automatically sync to their phone. Get connected today.
Even when you're the best, you never stop striving to be better. With over 40 years of experience in motorcycle sales and service, we know racing. Our inventory of Yamaha motorcycles, sport bikes, dirt bikes, ATVs, and side-by-sides is extensive and constantly changing. Stop by LoJack Cycle Sales today in Tarentum, Pennsylvania, and visit our online inventory at www.lojacks.com. Yamaha YZs. It's why we ride.
How would you like to go to a school where we take into consideration how students learn best? Well, we do that because we find if we can build the curriculum around the things you are interested in, you're going to do a better job. The mission at On Track School is that educational success is possible while chasing your dreams. Not only will our staff help students to achieve success, they will cheer you on to the finish line. We encourage you to check out On Track School at ontrackschool.com, where we can help you chase your dreams and still get a quality education.
ontrackschool.com. Check it out.
The rain has fell and the western sky has brightened up. Not anticipating any more precipitation. Again, I'm Griffin Cotter, joined in the booth by Chuck Lamasser and Cody Collier. Leaders last seen around the 4-mile mark. We're due back to the finish in under 10 minutes. So they're probably around the 8, between the 8 and the 9. And we have our live Yamaha racing drone waiting at the 10-mile mark. So we're approaching halfway through this one. Hunter Hart leads physically. We'll get a check-in here shortly, as I mentioned, to see who's leading in adjusted time. But so far, what do you guys think?
Great day race. Minus Bryce, and you hate to see that. And
Right.
Adam, you hate to see that for both of them. Hate that.
Absolutely.
Misfortune for Bryson. Good thing he has the points gap. He's been riding so well all year. He's like we talked about. He's got to where he can afford one of those days. So has the points lead leaving here with all that. And then Adam being health issues, you hate seeing that. But,
right.
But no, the day of racing is awesome. It's awesome to see an XC2 guy out front mixing it up. Cole Richardson from Row 2 had the overall lead early, but as we see Cole dropped
it's nice
off.
to see Cole. He's still up there within the top 3. Hunter Hart physically leading this one, but Cole Richardson right where he wants to be. Walker Fowler back in 5th place.
When we see him come through at the 4-mile marker, it was a little different from that. Cole had completely dropped off pace in junior. They were still pretty close, but they were at least 30 seconds back off of pace.
That's true.
It was Hart and Feehan are kind of setting pace. Jay Shad and Walker just hanging with them and waiting for mistakes.
4 of them right there. I don't think that Walker Fowler is going to stay back there in 4th place. If I was a betting man.
That's not
he's
really
already
a Walker Fowler thing.
Him and Jay Shad gone back and forth at least once I've seen.
Yeah.
Walker made it all the way up to 3rd, and then Jay Shad jumped up to 2nd at one point. We've seen here at Howard Full lap 2. So interesting day of racing.
It's an interesting day, and Walker Fowler had months, and he knows what needs to be done. He's been doing this a long time. I think he knows how to set his pace, and he knows where he's running. He's got leaders in sight. I know he's not happy back in 4th place, but if he's got the lead in sight and he's in 4th place, I bet you he's going to do something about it.
I was going to say, are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yeah. I think he's going to make some passes.
Now, before we get too much further, there's one thing we failed to address, and that is the man who would be down there in Howard's Hole right now, not with us, Mikey Wayne's back home in Indiana. A nod and a tip of the cap to you. He's caught the C word and he's homesick. He's taking his sick days right now, so get well soon, Mikey. And Mikey has always brought up the comparison or the rivalry, the friendly rivalry between Howard's Hole, West Virginia's own Howard's Hole, and Indiana's own Ironman Hill. And we're here in West Virginia, and we're live at Howard's Hole.
Oh, man, I'll tell you. Just crack watching these guys, how they get high centered on these rocks and get stuck, and how eager and enthusiastic the fans are to just jump in there and help out. I mean, look at this. No problem. Oh, you're stuck. I can't wait for somebody to get stuck so I can go help them. Yeah, Mikey Waynes usually goes down to Howard's Hole.
Yes.
And he reports live from there. So, Cody, start walking.
No, thank you. No, I don't want to do that walk after today. I'm tired. I've done my.
Well, I don't want to do it either. That's why I volunteered you.
Rodney volunteered. Rodney volunteered to go down there.
Okay, he might be on his way there right now.
Who knows? But yeah, anyway, get well soon, Mikey. We got a heck of a race going on.
Momentum's everything, Cody. He stopped right there and got hung on a tree root. Of course, these fans, they get him going. But
it seems like those situations are always just under a quad width wide, that they tend to get stuck in. And
yes.
It never can be just a little bit more than a quad width. It's always got to be hard.
Well, they always got to go sideways in the middle of the track. They can't bury it to one side. Yeah, guys go up your pace too. Yeah, they've got some split lines. They're just too much following going on. See how it goes.
Yeah, well, the mud fleas here at Snowshoe Mountain are legendary, and so certainly I understand the rivalry between Ironman and Snowshoe, but I remember, 10 years ago, riding in the afternoon and buried in a mud hole and just thinking, oh man, that's the end of my day. I'll never get this out of here. And before I could even do it, get off my bike, 4 mud fleas jumped down in the mud hole, picked me up with me on the bike, out of the rut, set me on a new rut, and I was off and going.
Leaders on screen now, coming up to the 10-mile mark. This is the FMF PowerPoint.
Is that Walker Fowler in first?
Sure has the rider style. I think that's Walker Fowler up front, looking at the riding style of the white chest protector. I think that Walker Fowler, as I predicted, said, I'm not going to sit around back here for much longer.
You called it, Chuck.
Passes.
Yes.
Well, that wasn't a hard call to make.
Behan, Jay Shads, top 4 still right there.
Walker got the lead right there.
Yep, Walker got the lead, but
they
right
changed things up a little bit.
Yeah,
and now Walker Fowler's MO is he's going to stretch it out. That's what he wants to do. Can he do it?
Hammer down.
He doesn't want to stretch it out. He's got to finish. He's got to be smart.
Yes.
While Bryson's out, he's got to finish first. Don't do nothing to jeopardize that. Don't ever send anything.
Exactly. All he has to do is get far enough ahead of Jay Shadron that he can, what I call break the draft. Since Jay Shadron started there, he's got to get 5 seconds ahead of him, since that's about how far we spaced out these starting rows.
Mm-hmm. Every 5 seconds they go.
Pit stop, quick pit stop, splash of gas.
Lap number 2, pit stop's going on. Rodney Tomlin, are you down?
I think Hunter's going past Walker.
Absolutely down here right now. Jay Shadron is down here in his pits right now. And Hunter Hart is in and out. He is still out front. Looks like that's Fowler, now Feehan in the number 3 spot. Shadron jogs back 4th physically. Remember, though, he started on row number 2, so there's a good chance that obviously he's still in that lead position. Another rider that we would have expected to see in that group of riders right now would be that of Bryson Neal. Unfortunately for Bryson, he is out of this one right now, and he is standing here with us, able to talk. And as heartbreaking as it is, Bryson, I tell you what, it's good to see you healthy here, and I can tell you're really heartbroken right now.
Rodney, this is almost as low as it can get, other than going out last year with the injury. I didn't even make it a mile. What happened to me today was where we got that little bit of rain, we got on that fire road, and it's about 3rd gear, mid-range to top end.
the bike just broke loose, kind of how Walker broke loose the traction last race at Mason-Dixon, and he got sideways in the pits. The same exact thing happened to me today, and I went straight into a tree. I caught it with my right rear tire, and it sent me cart railing, and the gravity of just switching directions and how fast I was going, it just snapped my swing arm clear in half. And you know, I still, you know, just gonna watch and see how this race plays out today. I see Jay Shadron, he's up there, you know, running in the top 4 overall right now in the lead group pack, and I think he started row 2, so he's in the overall right now, and I think Walker's in second, Hunter's in first, and I forgot who was in fourth. It might have been Devin, but we'll just see how the rest of the race plays out. I'm absolutely gutted, but I know what, I'm healthy, and no matter what happens today, who finishes where, I know how strong I am, how fit I am, and how great my bike works. So we'll come out the last 4 races, and we'll whatever the point situation is when we leave here, we'll roll on, and it's always the hard way for me. So it's just the way it's got to be.
Hey, the hard way or no way sometimes, man. A road littered with a lot of memories, no doubt about it. A heartbreaker for Bryson Neal down here in the pits today, but he's still got a lot of good things to look forward to those final 4 rounds.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, the drone footage at this race is phenomenal. Hunter Hart and Walker Fowler. Walker looking for any way around Hunter Hart. They got lappers in the way in the meantime, and they are blowing by them. It seems like at 100 miles an hour. This drone footage is amazing, guys.
Walker Fowler hard after and hard on the chase of Hunter Hart now. A seasoned champion. He's not going to take too big of a risk, but he's going to do whatever he can to get around the number 2 of Hunter Hart.
And just dispatching lappers just left and right, like they're not even in the way. They're getting creative with the lines, and as they come out to these straightaway sections, just hammer down both of them, giving it everything that they've got. You can tell there's just no room to go any faster. Coming up into the finish line chicanes here. That's of course that section that Cody was telling us earlier that he was hitting 89 miles an hour on. Now on a YFZ 450, depends on your gearing. I'm not sure if they can get to 100 mile an hour, but it sure does seem like it from the vantage point that we have right here.
100 miles an hour on a GNCC racetrack.
It's ski slips. You can get some speed going.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, no.
So here we go, checking in here, 2 laps complete. Jay Shadron continues to maintain that lead. He did a 29.16 that time around. Hunter Hart physically with the lead at 29.15. Walker Fowler at 29.13 is in 3rd place. So Jay Shadron has that lead by just about 4 seconds right there that he needs to, that Walker Fowler and Hunter Hart need to reel him in. And well, break the gap, break the draft there, and get away from Jay Shadron there. So as long as Jay Shadron is keeping him in sight, Jay Shadron maintains the top of the leaderboard.
So let me ask you a question there. What does Jay Shadron have to do to win this thing?
Stay right where he's at.
Yeah, nothing.
Just keep pushing.
Just keep him in sight.
But the way that Walker and Hunter were pushing each other there, you got to think that they might start to have a two-way battle.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it could either push them forward or slow them down.
It could. Although we didn't see, I mean, Walker was looking for a way around Hunter, but Hunter wasn't taking the inside line. He wasn't trying to block or anything, so he was still maintaining smooth, wide, sweeping lines, and their speeds were, they were moving.
Yeah, Feehan's right there, though. Feehan's last. Yep. He was just out of the camera shot. Feehan rides awesome here. He's been coming on hot.
All right, we're going to be
year.
down at Howard's Hole with Racer TV, waiting on the leaders. It says on our screen right here, but it will not be long. They'll be
seconds.
It's seconds away, and we got a lot of people cooling off in the mud. It's like
they'll hear him coming. They'll flee when they hear him coming.
Beautiful spring that is Howard's Hole.
It's like watching a barnyard here. I just want to go lay in the mud.
They don't call
good old boys having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it, exactly. So yeah, you'll hear them coming for sure, and the sea of humanity will part.
The mud fleas will flee,
and the four-wheelers will come rolling through. So Hunter Hart, Walker Fowler leading the way, Jay Shadron, Devin Feehan right there. Let's see what happens here at the mud hole. It should be about any moment. We're starting to see the crowd starting to kind of make a way, so maybe there's coming.
You would imagine you could hear him coming, and Howard's Hole is the Monster Mile, and I'm not sure that is there a more fitting Monster Mile on the whole tour of GNCC racing, and I don't think there is.
This is what's on.
Boy, you make a good point there.
Viking helmet.
The Viking helmet. Let's see, you had a Well, you missed him, the guy, the Gator guy this morning.
I missed Landon saw him, I guess. I missed him. I missed him.
Yep, your competitors saw him. I saw him at the starting line wearing a Gator costume.
Here they come now.
Here we come.
Another line has developed.
There's a Hunter Hart.
There's Hunter Hart that we see.
I think that was Walk. They were moving.
Possible that it was a lapper just getting out of the way, diving out of the. Oh, Hunter Hart got hung up. He is hung up in Howard's hole. Mud fleas all over. He's off and rolling.
There's Walker.
Right there's Walker Fowler.
Getting ready
Did
to run
not
over
need
a
any
mud flea.
assistance. He just used one as a. Yep. Devin Feehan got around Jay Shadron.
Yeah, he was physically ahead of him already, just by adjusting time, and I haven't seen Jay Shad come through yet. So dropping off pace a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. It looks like.
There's Jay Shad right there.
Right there.
Cole. How did Cole make up that ground? Cole's back in the picture. How about that?
Nice to see.
Yeah.
We've got a race going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and he's from second row as well. He gets the draft effects as well.
That's exactly right. It's possible that we missed Jay Shadron.
I didn't see him through the
line, I never saw him pop out of there as we were focused on Hunter and then Walker coming through. That was the exit.
He could have taken the Cole line. And then in the pan, we could have missed him.
We could have missed him.
I was looking for it. I might miss him to the people, but I did look for it. But
so Cole Richardson.
I'm just not sure who split off the track there.
It was a red helmet, whoever it was. And Jay Shad has that red helmet.
But he would have been second physically.
Where he split, he was first physically there.
First physically.
There could have been the downhill section coming into this is pretty gnarly.
So he would have had to get around Walker Fowler and Hunter Hart.
And Devin Feehan.
I'm not sure that, and besides that, I don't think the track even goes that way. I think it was a lapper just diving out of the way.
They were coming down. They jumped down that sketchy rock at the same pace as Hunter and just went straight. I'm not sure.
They were moving.
I don't know.
And as the race continues to move forward, new lines do open up. I've seen it almost in every race, but I can't see how going around this sea of people would be faster.
There's John Glauda Jr. I maybe just said these two lines are bad. I'm going to see if it just the outside line floats.
Yep, could be. Could be. We will wait and see. You know, our next camera shot will be at mile marker 4.
Oh, we should have the drone in between here and there, so maybe we'll get a bird's eye view and maybe old Eagle Eye over here can pick out Jay Shad.
Eyes on.
Yeah.
See through smoke.
Well, I mean, Cole Richardson made up almost like 20, 30 seconds and was very close, just out of sight of the Walker Fowler and Feehan.
Super unique feel to today's race. I mean, I don't know, but can they sense that Bryson Neal is out? Walker was back. Oh,
into the fan.
Sure there we go.
So Hart got clean white fenders. He hasn't hardly taken any roost. And second and third, I think I don't know if that was. I don't know if the fourth rider there was a lapper or not. We'll see here in a minute.
We didn't see any lappers coming through the mud hole, so
that's fair.
I think
could have been hung up afterwards though, and just getting out though.
Still a lap down.
Okay. There's the. I don't think that's.
No.
Maybe.
Going up the ski slope.
I think that's Walker Fowler there.
We're pretty far off. If you're wondering what we're talking about, not looking at Racer TV, we're pretty far back. It's cool. We see ATVs on our screen, but we're not exactly sure who it is.
I think it's the leaders. I think it's
definitely the leaders. But just to be clear, full disclosure. So this portion of the racetrack is on the opposite side of the property than our TV trailer is on, and the mast is up so far, but we're over the lip of the mountain.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Hart and Walker there. Sorry, Griff.
No. I was just trying to explain why we might not be getting the best drone coverage right here. As the track moves forward and up towards that X, it should clear up, and we should be able to get a closer look at these guys as they make their way over to the west side of the mountain.
You know what's interesting? Well, we've been talking and debating who's in the lead, and we're, 3 miles into this second lap now. There's only 11 riders that have checked in on 2 laps complete. So it's
getting gnarly,
folks. It's Snowshoe. It's gnarly.
And did we mention the 2-lap card is out? 4-lap race, 2-lap card is out. Next time through, we'll be getting the white. But we are over the hump. We're over halfway.
Here's a good shot. I see Hunter Hart out there in front.
Fowler hit rougher stuff.
The question I got is Jay Shad. Did you guys ever find Jay Shad?
Haven't seen him yet.
No, we have not. Yes.
You got a nice little battle here for first, though.
And Adam's saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be Feehan. Yeah, it could be Feehan.
Could be Feehan there in second place.
Yeah.
Our producer Adam is saying I think that's Devin Feehan in second place here. So again, we're looking at the drone
inside line.
Yeah, it's like watching little ants. But what we did see was that Hunter Hart opened the door, but second place was not able to take advantage. Oh, look at this outside! There's a pass made.
Mystery second place has just passed into first place physically.
Yeah. We are going to find out soon because we're going to go to a ground camera and we'll get a good look at him there.
At the 4 mile mark, we're approaching the X. The X is around the 3 mile mark. And then it'll be a hop, skip, and a jump, so we see him at Method Alley.
Kudos to Hunter Hart for running white plastic today.
Yes. Thank you, Hunter.
Easy to pick him out.
Have fun with the cleanup.
Yeah, have fun with the cleanup.
Well, now he might be getting some mud on the fenders.
Now he
could
will.
be
Yep.
taking some of that roost.
Taking some roost there, but still that white seems to stand out, so even the drone can pick him out.
And was that dust? Did we just see dust
I think
again?
we did just see a little bit of dust. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. You don't like the weather in West Virginia or insert state here. We just happen to be in West Virginia. Wait 5 minutes.
Wow, we're all putting eagle eyes on this TV screen in here in the booth.
Trying to figure out Mystery Rider.
Well, guys, while you get that sorted out, I'm down here in the pits. I just wanted to stop in with Denny Shadron, Jay Shadron's dad. Now, I know that Jay's been leading on adjusted time and running with that front pack for a good portion of this race. And this is something, and I know news to you, you haven't heard or don't know anything that what's going on. But just talking, though, coming into today's race, I know you guys know that you're top 10 in points, and you knew where you were sitting as far as the opportunity to win an overall today. So I'm sure you guys came in with a little bit of a plan today, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of a plan. You know, we did some strategic pitting, and you know, we got them some fuel and a fresh set of goggles, and put them back out there. We're hoping for an overall, but if we win the class, we'll be happy.
Well, right now, you know, we're kind of in one of those situations, but it's like you said, it's hard to tell right now who's out there.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, the first couple guys that snuck through, and Jay was third the first time through, but he started in the second row, so in adjusted time, he was leading the overall. But the first two guys, I didn't even realize who they were. So I knew Jay, but I guess I was looking for him. So I mean, that makes it a little bit easier.
Well, I tell you, I hope things are all right. But you guys had a good opportunity today, and I hope that you're able to seize the day. But keep up the good work. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
All righty.
Walker in first.
All right, so their mystery rider is solved. It's Walker Fowler in the lead.
Right there.
And Jay, okay, so Walker Fowler physically in lead, Hunter Hart in second, but Jay Shadron with the overall lead because he is definitely.
Jay Shad did take that outside line.
Yeah, he did take the outside line, and he is right there. I mean, they are within sight of him. He is less than 4 seconds away.
Cole right there. Cole right there, too. How about that? Top 5, touching.
Rewind the tape a little bit, and so we got our question answered.
Going way up to the left. Oh,
trying to bulldoze a tree. He tried to bulldoze a 16-inch pine tree.
They do not move.
They don't move.
Unless you're on a 4x4.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a little bit befuddled here.
So Griff is befuddled.
Because the first rider we saw come into Howard's Hole physically was Jay Shadron.
Yes.
And
that outside line did not work for him.
It did not work for him.
But how did he get in?
How did he do it?
How did he get there?
We lost them for maybe a minute. And in that time, he was able to get around not only Hunter Hart, but Walker Fowler.
Walker's in the lead.
I'm talking
before
at Howard's Hole.
Before Howard's Hole, because
I think bottleneck where Cole and Junior were able to close in. They were 30-plus back. I think there's a bottleneck right before on the downhill sections coming into Howard's Hole. There's a big bottleneck. They all split. Jay Shad split the best.
Bonsai into Howard's Hole and completely blew our minds for half a lap, and now he leads this.
So where's Devin Feehan?
With draft. I think that was Feehan right there in fourth. Yeah, Feehan was in fourth. Cole was right there, waiting on sixth. I think it was physically Junior last we saw, and then Harrell was right there. Harrell's got him with the draft. Wilkin putting in a great run. Gallagher and Rush.
I was going to say, look who's checking in at number 9, top 10. Our own Johnny G.
Putting
in a great ride out there today. The number 9 overall spot there.
There's Junior.
Hey, let me take you through the top 10 here real quick. We're 4 miles into this second lap. Jay Shadron with the lead on adjusted timing and scoring. Hunter Hart, second place. Walker Fowler, third place. Devin Feehan in fourth. Cole Richardson in fifth. Steve Harrell in sixth. John Glotta Jr. in seventh place. Wyatt Wilkin Out of that XC2 class in 8th place, Johnny Gallagher in 9th place, and Ronnie Rush rounds out our top 10. Sitting just outside the top 10 is Chris Borich, multi-time winner here at Snowshoe, multi-time champion. Chris Borich sitting in 11th place. And then we got Daniel Peters in the XC2 class in 12th, and Lane McCormick, our College A leader, and currently our top amateur, sitting in 13th.
And look what's happened with the Vet A guys that we talked about.
Oh, man. During break, we were talking about Kevin Yoho. And where did Yoho go?
Yoho dropped off, but
Yoho dropped off, but look at that, Thomas
Kuntz. I said the vet guys are going to start running down these College A guys for the amateur overall as the day goes on. And they were both outside the top 20 first lap, and they're closing in.
Thomas Kuntz in 15th, Jeff Pickens in 16th. So we'll have to go to the class to see what happened to Kevin Yoho. I don't mind doing that real quick. Jump on the Vet A class right here.
We've got some time, yeah.
We saw that Kevin Yoho was the early leader in that class, but he has not yet completed his second lap. So he is sitting in 3rd place right now if he can just complete that second lap. So Thomas Kuntz Jr. is leading this one. Jeffrey Pickens in 2nd. Kevin Yoho in 3rd. Brad Whitehead in 4th. And James Green rounds out the top 5 in that Vet A class. Always a fun one to watch because we've seen some of those Vet A guys become the top amateur of the day. So we always keep a close eye on that class. But I think today it's going to be the College A guys that we need to be watching for that top amateur spot, as Lane McCormick is really putting in the work. He's got 1 minute and 10 seconds over 2nd place of Nathan Dearborn.
Down blistering pace, picked up 1 more overall spot from last lap. He's up to 13th overall, and laying down some good laps, staying ahead of those Vet A guys.
Yep, staying ahead of the Vet A guys. It looks like Lane McCormick's throwing down a 33:42 lap time. Compare that to our overall. Well, looking at our
Let's look
overall,
at the Vet guys, see if they closed in too.
Overall lap times are 29:16.
Same exact as last lap, like almost to the second.
Almost to the second, and we debated that too. So our Vet A guys, yeah, they are definitely creeping in on that on that overall.
Watch out, Lane.
So, watch out, Lane. You got your work cut out today. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that.
Keep giving us a rundown. We're halfway through. Let's just do a little midway report.
All right, a little midway report here.
Or top 5.
Let's look at the college or the junior A class. Jeremy Ladon is leading that one. He's in with 2 laps now. Devin Masters still working on his second lap, but he's sitting in 2nd place right now. Justin Miller in 3rd. Alex Elioff in 4th place, and Frankie Egress in 5th place. Now, Alex Elioff, I assume he got his fuel pump back from his wife. Jessica Elioff was leading that WXC class by like 42 seconds, and her fuel pump went out, and she had to, it was cutting in and out. She pulled into the pits, took her husband's fuel pump, finished the race.
Love. That's love.
And so, yeah, that's love. So I'm assuming he got his fuel pump back by now. Let's see. We've looked at the Vet A Senior A guys. Zachary Phillips, the 111 Honda out of Parsons, West Virginia, is leading this one. Todd Muscala, the Marlboro man, in 2nd place there. Jeremy Gouchard in 3rd place. Ronald Varnell in 4th place. And Chris Conklin rounds out the top 5 in that Senior A 40-plus class.
Still none of them checked in for lap 2 yet. It's rough out there. It's rough out there. Snowshoes taking some lives.
Yep, definitely, especially in that plus 40 class, and I can vouch for that personally. College B class. These guys have plenty of energy. They're still working on their second lap, though. Andre Williams leads the College B class. Ryan Mason in 2nd place. DJ Mallow in 3rd place. Bryson Bellamy in 4th place, and Elijah Martin rounds out our top 5 in the College B 16 to 21. Our Junior B of 22 plus is right now being led by William Wallace. Freedom guy right there.
For Freedom?
Yes, that guy. William Wallace, the 235 Yamaha out of Street, Maryland, is leading this class. Josh Adams in 2nd place. Sean Newhouse in 3rd. Nicholas Blaney in 4th. And Justin Keller in 5th in the Junior B 22-plus class. Our Vet B class, this is 30-plus. Derek Hart leads the way. Corey Pancake, man, makes me hungry. Corey Pancake in 2nd place. Taylor Lazelle in 3rd. Ryan Simmons in 4th. David Kite rounds out our top 5 in the Vet B. And our Senior B, 40-plus, Chad Judy leads this on his 223 Yamaha out of Welkins, West Virginia. Robert Stevens in 2nd place. Ivo Aljevic. My apologies, Evo. You are in third place, though. Keep up the good work. Mike Reiser in fourth place, and Jason Cornell rounds out our top 5. And that is our amateur rundown here at the Snowshoe GNCC.
So, 3/4 of the way through lap number 3. We'll see our leaders coming out next at the FMF PowerPoint, but for now, we're going to send it to a break, and we'll be back shortly to round this thing out.
Brown's RV Superstore is family owned and operated and stake their reputation on offering you the finest RVs available in their McGill, South Carolina RV dealership. Brown's RV Superstore carries motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers, and keep a huge inventory of new and used RVs in stock for you to choose from. They offer top dollar for your RV trade-in and help you get the RV financing you need. As a part of the GNCC family, Brown's RV Superstore, in partnership with Vengeance Toy Haulers, offers sponsorship packages for every level of racer with discounts and continued savings on your new toy hauler. Brown's RV Superstore has dedicated themselves to complete customer satisfaction, specializing in providing a positive start to your RV adventure. They look forward to customers coming back to share their tales from the road. Call Brown's RV Superstore today at 877-805-3658 or visit their website at brownsrvsuperstore.com, where family fun begins.
Hi, my name is John Coffey. I'm an AMSOIL dealer from Southern Virginia. Today's AMSOIL Spotlight, I want to focus on some of our most popular greases. And what we have here, the very first one we have is our chassis and wheel bearing grease. It's outstanding for all your lubrication items on your typical truck and car, whether it's your tie rods, your steering components, universal joints, water resistant. It'll help kind of force out some water and keep it out. And so basically it's an excellent general purpose lubricant. The next one is our water resistant grease. And it's basically, will do all the same that this one does, but it's outstanding in high water infiltration. You don't have to worry about it being washed out, and it's excellent in saltwater applications, wheel bearings and stuff like that for trailers, boat trailers and things that are actually subject to water all the time. That's an outstanding product. So it's basically a general great all-purpose grease, but really focuses on water, keeping water out. The next one is our heavy-duty grease. This one here, you can kind of look at like this one on steroids. That there is for heavy-duty applications, cement trucks, logging trucks, refuse haulers, things like that that really have extreme loads on all the same grease points as our regular multi-purpose grease, but it's really for heavy-duty truck and applications like that. That's just a general overview of some of our most popular greases.
We all have our reasons to accomplish, to work hard. We share a common goal, to be the best. Keep fighting, put in the work, never take the easy way. Your drive and determination fuels our passion.
Well, welcome back to Almost Heaven. Elevation 4848 Racer TV is live on top of Snowshoe Mountain for this 2022 running of the Snowshoe GNCC. My name's Griffin Cotter, again joined in the booth by Chuck LeMaster and 4x4 Pro Cody Collier. We got a good one on our hands now, race being led by XC2 competitor Jay Shadron out front on adjusted time. Let's talk about that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jay Shadron's been on it all day today. He's had that adjusted time, started from that second row, so he's had that adjusted time, but he's not let go of it. He didn't just start out and one lap and kind of fizzle. He's still there. Last camera shot that we got, Walker Fowler was leading it, had gotten around Hunter Hart, and then right behind him, physically in third place, was Jay Shadron.
And he has a shot to win this thing physically. Absolutely.
All he has to do is stay right there. Keep those guys in sight.
Doesn't got to do anything fancy.
Which
right
is
there.
Nothing fancy, but it's also harder than we make it sound.
Oh, it's a tall task.
Those
it's a tall
guys
task.
are flying.
Yeah.
But he's been, anytime we've lost sight of him in the camera shots, well, last time we saw, he was right there.
So he was in the lead. He was in the lead. We lost sight of him, and then became through Howard's Hole in the lead on the second lap. So
If you're just
we saw his
joining us-
helmet anyway.
yeah, I seen that red. I knew he was right there.
Then the debate. The fans, shout out to our fans, our GNCC Mud Fleas down in Howard's Hole. If you're just joining us, Adam McGill is pulled out of this one with a sickness. He's not doing so well, 100% there physically. And Bryson Neal, out mechanical, had to get towed in a mere mile into this race. It's completely changed the makeup of this 2022 running of the Snowshoe GNCC, and it's written a new for the 2022 championship. Walker Fowler was in, I think it was a 36-point deficit, and if he can win this thing, there's 25 points right there that he can build back. Bryson Neal has to sit and watch. That's all he can do. But when we come back and here we are at the PowerPoint, but when we come back in the fall to Beckley, Bryson Neal will be there, as will Walker Fowler, and the points will tighten up. So, FMF PowerPoint, leaders on screen. What do we got? Is that
Walker?
a leader?
That's Walker passing Lappers. Lappers on the left. Walker split right.
Yeah,
just
Walker
in time.
Just in time.
I was kind of questioning his line,
Why
and
did he do
then they
that?
stopped.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then they both got stuck on that hill. So, man, not a multi-time champion
We're
for
sure
no reason.
that is a lap, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. All three of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
our four leaders, I think, split by just fine. I think that's Feehan. Might be Jay. I'm pretty sure that's Feehan there.
Front runners seeing 2 seconds into the future, able to switch lines last minute, go wide right around, and now they head into the pits one more time for lap number 3.
For lap number 3, they'll come through here one more time but it'll be the final lap when they come through here. So we already saw them stop for fuel on the last lap. 2 laps, they stopped for fuel. Looked like Walker had a bit of a long pit stop that last time around. We didn't really talk about it, but he was a little slow.
Lost the lead. Had the lead and lost the lead.
He did.
And
he
right
did.
back to Walker.
Blast right by it. And looks like nobody's going to stop for emergency pits, goggles, extra fuel, anything
Taking
like
some
that.
water, reading the pit board, running the mill.
Yep.
Hart took some paper towels there. They're in second.
Yeah, you got to keep them dry as you get through that mud puddle right there.
I'm pretty sure that's Jay Shad.
I'm pretty sure it is. So it looks like we still have the physical running of Walker Fowler, Hunter Hart, Jay Shadron. And then if we can keep an eye on it, maybe we'll see Devin Feehan back and forth, and then Cole Richardson wasn't too far off of there, just a few seconds.
And then he took his zero
he
line.
hit a tree.
Yeah, you'll have that.
He came off of it pretty quick.
Yeah.
He bounced off the tree and reset and charged ahead.
Walker looked good on that downhill.
Yes.
Heading down this PowerPoint for the people at home, the drone makes it look flat.
It is not.
You almost can't walk up it.
Right.
You almost can't walk up that hill.
And you have to turn left onto the pavement at the bottom there. A little bit of a dip, actually, so you really got to get hard on the binders
drainage ditch, yes.
Yeah, you got like that foot drop off from your road, and you're going right into that and turning a 90
and
lap.
then bouncing up onto the road and trying to make it turn. So it's technical riding right there. You really want to fly down that hill, I'm sure, but you can't because at the very bottom, you got to
hit that G out. Yeah.
G out in a turn. So be very careful.
Just another punch this mountain throws at you, and that's only one of the obstacles that we can see.
How cool would it be to stay in one of those condos right there? Have the racetrack going right by where you're sipping lemonade.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first came here, we used to get one of the hotel rooms with the porch over the first corner.
Yeah.
Shots from there. That was very, very cool.
That might be
the backside balcony wouldn't be bad either.
The finish line
over there. Yeah. You get to see the finish line, especially as some elevation at the finish would be great, because sitting down there as we were announcing this morning, Griff, you actually couldn't see who was coming, and neither could Ricky.
Best ticket
some elevation. Yeah.
Speaking of the finish line, leaders now approaching scoring for lap number 3 complete. They'll pick up the white flag from Ricky Towery this time around. Walker Fowler looks to be the one checking in first physically. But again, Hunter Hart and Jay Shadron are right there.
Stretched it out just a little bit. We've stretched it out just, when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. But we're stretched out a little bit farther than what we saw earlier in this lap.
Timing and scoring will tell the story.
Whether Walker can hold on to this lead or if Jay Shadron's going to snake it away from him once again. But after this, I mean, it'll be the white flag that comes out. White flag should be out right now. We'll be seeing Ricky Towery as Walker jumps up this right there. The white flag is waving. Walker Fowler takes it.
Who's this?
Clapper.
Okay.
Clapper behind Walker there. Walker's put several bike lengths on Hunter Hart on those uphills. There's Hunter checking in for second. We stay right there for a second. We'll see hopefully see Jay Shad popping in for third.
And Jay Shad pops in, and he is now in second place. Walker Fowler is leading this one. Jay Shadron in second place. Hunter Hart in third place based on timing and scoring adjustments, given the laptop right here.
And so the racecraft there, Hunter Hart was able to get around them off camera in between the 4 and the 10-mile mark over on that west side. He was able to find a different line and get around Hunter, knowing that the wide open east side of the mountain was there, and it looks like he's trying to put the hammer down.
Oh, he's putting the hammer down right now.
He rode 2 laps. He knows how every kicker is, every option line. He knows exactly where he can be and where he has to be if someone else is in his line. He's got it figured out.
He probably also got
right now.
Remember, we talked about a little bit of a long pit stop on lap 2. He probably got word during that that pit stop that, hey, you need to pick up the pace, because on timing and scoring adjustments, you're not where you want to be.
We were talking about this over break. Walker Fowler, we believe that winning his first championship in 2015, he's been here before. He's been in this seat before, and he knows what he's doing. He's a seasoned veteran, and playing his cards right at the moment.
Absolutely. The white flag is out, and right now we have riders checked in with 3 laps complete. Walker Fowler being in first, Jay Shadron in second, Hunter Hart in third, Cole Richardson in 4th place. Devin Feehan has traded places with Cole Richardson, now is in 5th place. So Devin Feehan seconds off the rear wheel of Cole Richardson.
Cole's got that adjusted time.
Cole's behind him.
Cole's behind him.
Cole's behind him, but based on adjusted time, Devin Feehan needs to make up 2 seconds there to trade that place back.
Crowd's starting to thin a little in Howard's Hole.
Yes, it is.
And you know why? It's because every one of those people down there are die-hard GNCC race fans, and they want to get back up.
They want to get. You don't think they're off in the woods taking a nap?
No. They're hoofing it back up to the finish line so they can be there to see whoever it's going to be.
Whoever it's going to be. Yep. Well, and now this is the section where we saw Jay Shadron, make a move and pop out, and he took the long line around, which it doesn't look like you could even go that way right now because so many people are there on that side of the track. Matter of fact, it looks like they're
look more open behind the monster can than it did. Now, if there is a line to split that crowd there, who knows?
It looks like the crowd is even standing, like, don't come this way. It must be getting pretty gnarly right there where they were all taking their...
I think that line's better personally. I think it's just mud fleas being mud fleas.
Yes, I agree.
I think the outside line's better personally. That's the one I'd be hitting.
Yeah. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see what Walker does here.
And he's following the fleas.
Yep, following the fleas.
It's not bad. It's got the snarly drop off at the end, and then you got no momentum into the section.
We've seen him choose that line before.
Yeah, he seems to make the momentum work for him. So
Jay Shad, second.
Look at that. Where's Hunter?
How about that?
And much closer than we saw him last time.
Yes, much closer. At that pace right there, Jay Shadron
would have to have
the overall.
There's a Hunter Hart.
Hunter Hart.
I don't think that's Feehan. I think that was Hart.
First time this race we've seen all three, the top 3 take that middle line.
I think that's Feehan. I think Hart, if we keep stay right there, we'll see Hart come through. Coleslaw. All right, things mixed up in a hurry. I don't know if we've seen Hart come through yet. I think that was Feehan there in third.
So who's hung on the rock over here? Is that Hunter Hart right there? That looks like Hunter to me.
No, it's a Feehan.
Yes,
That's a 7.
Number
It's a
7.
That's Feehan.
That's
so,
number 7.
So third was Hart. Feehan's having a little bit of an issue here. It's gnarly. Even the pros having issues.
In Howard's Hole right now.
Come on, Mud, please get out of there. Come on.
Devin Feehan is still hung up. High centered on a rock. Mudflea's trying to help him out here. And now we've got, we're going to stop and get a drink.
Way right. Yeah, hopefully that works out for him.
In the past, that has been a rather difficult line. Did he come back through?
I don't think it goes way up top, if I remember
but
correctly.
there's a big mud hole right there in between the high line and the line that he was on.
Yeah, he just cut across it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
Yeah, just better than stopping. Those guys were stopped there at the exit in that section, so he just kept moving.
I don't know who. Oh, wow.
Flapper here.
What makes you think that?
I did full sense. I love it. I love to see it.
He just launched off that boulder into Howard's Hole, but his landing was splat, is what it was. It really didn't work out for him.
Hey, he made it through.
Yeah.
He missed that rock.
Oh man.
Constant entertainment in Howard's Hole. We could keep the camera here all day, and we'd have a great show.
Yeah.
Oh, if you got the AM quads through here, you could, the memes will make themselves.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's why we see the signage for free Howard's Hole, but there's a reason that they don't for the quads. Okay, we got Walker Fowler on screen here, our leader.
What is he looking at?
He's looking to see how far of a gap does he have, because remember, it was Jay Shadron who came through in second place.
Right there, yes.
But right now we see Walker, he's trying to stretch it out, and it appears, just our bird's eye view from our drone, it appears that he is stretching it out.
And honestly, if someone, you don't know if someone makes time up on you or not in these sections. You think you hit it good, but make up 15 seconds on you in one section. You look
Isn't
behind
that so
you.
aggravating?
Oh yes, yes it is.
It's like, man, I hit that perfect. Nobody can catch me here. 3 quarters later, you hear somebody.
That was me today. That was me today. Yeah. Downhill is gnarly here. Really steep here.
This downhill right here?
Yeah, very steep.
The camera doesn't give us the elevation.
Like I said, difficult to walk up.
Gotcha. Well, it looked like Walker Fowler was by himself there. And
we're pretty close, pan too.
Yeah, we're pretty zoomed in. Waiting on him to pop out of these trees.
Okay, so Hart third, Richardson physically fourth, all over Hart. Feehan had issue with rocks. We didn't see after that.
Right, we didn't see after 5th place. Just Feehan wrestling with that rock.
I'm pretty sure he was in third.
Yeah,
pretty sure Hart was in third there, right, directly in front of Cole Richardson.
I believe so, because they both came through at the same time, and they were both riding brown bikes. I mean, Hunter changed his plastic from white to brown.
Yeah, gave away that lead.
Yep, that's
over.
Exactly what happened. Get covered in roost.
Looking back now,
I'm watching the screen here as I see Walker Fowler just hammer down.
We're assuming they went to the leader.
Yes.
Assuming this is Walker.
Yep, you can see the one peeking through there on the back of his jersey. There's chest protector right
there. Yeah, and man, he's 6th gear right there. I don't know where this is. This is, what mile is this that we're looking at?
This is headed up to the 3.
Yeah,
2-3 area.
Yeah, so it's wide open. It's on the east side of the mountain where we've got the ski slopes and the fire roads. And man, look at him just drifting that around, just pitching it into that right-hand corner and just staying on the throttle all the way around. That's a champ right there.
Weaving in and out of the ski lift. A rather picturesque view of a GNCC race course here. You know, you don't see that every day.
I'll tell you what, it looks easy from this angle.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, the drone gives us, oh, this looks so easy. I could go out there and do that, but no, you can't.
And again, that's flat, right? That looks flat, right?
It looks flat, but you see the ski lift there, so you know
that's a black diamond.
Yes, he's on a black diamond right now. So, and of course, we're getting the shot of Walker Fowler. Not sure how much of a gap is back to Jay Shadron and Hunter Hart there.
Yeah, whenever he exits camera, I'd like the drone to sit for a second so we can kind of see who files in, if we got a good shot.
We always joke, and we tell them every winter to stockpile their snow, cover it with a tarp.
Something.
And let's bring it back out for the GNCC so we can have a snow section. But I guess they haven't.
They never believe you, do they?
No.
They got the snow blowers. They can turn them on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever skied on that stuff?
I come here.
Yeah,
I come here and ski. Yeah, I'm from Columbus area. This is about the best close one.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I ski
this
here.
is the best East Coast skiing that there is.
Yeah, I 100% believe it. It's awesome. I think my girlfriend come like the last 3-4 years.
It's okay. I'm hearing in my ear. No, this can't be the best from upstate New York. We got it better up in upstate New York. Okay, we can argue, but if you want to get real skiing, okay, I'm from East Coast, but if you want real skiing, you got to go out west. You got to ski in some Snoqualmie powder. But hey, we are here racing ATVs on a ski slope, Snowshoe. I mean, this is awesome. This is actually why God built ski slopes.
Why don't we go out west and do a Park City or?
Because who would go?
Yeah, they could possibly throw like a pro event together, toss the works and us together, have a big payout. Maybe you can get some people to come.
Maybe,
but that's about it.
I'm talking a little place called
Aspen.
There's Walker Fowler coming through with the lead.
4 mile mark, Method Alley, and so far in our drone shots, we haven't been able to get an eye on
who's second there and how far of a lead. But then, okay, now we're panning back. There we go.
Jay Shad, right there.
Right there.
Unreal.
Keeping him in sight, actually.
Just out of sight in most sections. He's right there, but he's not seeing Walker's lines right now, which is huge.
No, he's not seeing Walker's lines, but I think he's close enough that he's still within overall.
He's right on that. He's right. He's got to be right on that line. Typically, around 30 seconds separates start rows here, but up on the mountain, what is it? 5 seconds?
Yeah.
And he's right there flirting with that.
Cole
overall.
physically
Right
third, Hunter back to fourth physically, and Cole is from row 2.
Now
Cole's trying that line again.
Yeah.
He's got it figured out.
Yeah, he didn't hit the tree this time.
I bet he made up 4 or 5 seconds there.
I think he did.
Yeah.
Just look at that. Hunter Hart went around the old way. Cole has his own creative line. He avoided the tree that he punched last time, and
he just kissed it.
Yeah,
he just kissed it.
He had to bounce off of it. But this time he had it dialed. He looked good going through there. Cole trained
in the
there.
podium position, running him down.
Yeah, Cole.
So he doesn't have to pass. He doesn't have to pass Walker either. If him and Jay Shad can be touching Walker, he'll put Walker ahead of him for the overall. But he does have to pass Jay Shad to get Jay Shad for the overall.
Correct.
How much pressure is Walker putting on himself right now? Is it like a points party and he's trying to grab all the?
Well, that's what he needs to do.
Right. So is he gunning for this win?
With Bryson Mead now, it's total shift mid-race mindset. You don't really got a second to sit down and be like, all right, what do I want to do? It's just kind of, I can't tell you what's going through his head right now.
He's thinking about it. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's thinking of overall points, but does he know how close that second row is to him? Does he know how much?
I feel like he would have to.
Yeah, you would think he has to stretch this thing out. He's got what does he have? He's got about just a little over half a lap left.
And he's going to have 2 miles of wide open racetrack between him and the finish once he exits.
Which actually helps him if he's in the lead, because it is dusty on that east side of the mountain. I know we got a little bit of rain, but it was very dusty for us on that east side of the mountain.
I think that rain probably tamed it down, but by this point the sun's out. So
yeah, they probably back down to that dust.
Yep, probably back down to the dust, because it wasn't that long of a rain. It was just enough to cool things off and make the pavement really slick.
So we're about halfway through our final lap here. I got to ask this question. There's 3.5 laps of resume in front of us. Who's winning this thing? I want to know.
You want to know? Man, I'll tell you in 15 minutes.
I'm dark horse stand. I'm going to say Cole Richardson.
Cole Richardson.
My money's on Cole Richardson right now. As I'm watching this race unfold, he's been trying weird lines all day like that. I bet he has 5 or 6 other lines that are cutting off 5 seconds like that throughout the track. I like Colesaw for the dub.
I'll tell you what. Can Jay Shadron hang on? Because he's been doing it all day long.
He's a pro. He's a pro.
I dare you.
He's a pro. He knows what he's doing out there.
Man, that's a tough one because we got Walker Fowler physically in the lead, but he's got to put the little bit more than what he's doing right now. So, man, I'll tell you what, we got to take a break.
I want to hear your pick. I'm going to make
I'm trying to get out of it. Walker Fowler.
You're going Walker Fowler? Yep. Okay, I'm going Jay Shadron.
There you go.
All right, 3 different picks. We'll see how it goes.
Find out next, live on Racer TV.
Born of family values and a homegrown work ethic, Cometic Gaskets seals your machine so you can focus on the finish line. Cometic Gaskets are the competitive standard for racers who demand the very best. Cometic Gaskets are constructed from superior materials designed to perform in the most demanding environment. Whether it's championships on the line or a day in the dirt with friends, professionals and enthusiasts depend on Cometic. Cometic Gaskets, sealing championships since 1989.
AMSOIL runs on freedom and has since 1972. We punish our products firsthand in our world-class laboratories and beyond, because some things can't be learned from a test tube. Run with us.
Canati Tires, a division of Greenball Corp, has been in the tire business for over 44 years. We're passionate about developing quality tires that perform great and bring extraordinary value to our customers. Whether you're looking for a tire that can handle your off-road adventures, need a reliable tire to take you from job site to job site, or simply want a tire with a beefier look that won't break the bank, then check out Canati Tires.
USMCA has been connecting riders to certified coaches since 2016. There are over 300 active certified coaches on motorcyclecoaching.org, and we recently launched our new mobile app, making it easy to connect with a coach and book your next training session. So here's what you do. Download the Motorcycle Coaching app, then search for coaches and upcoming classes. Once a training session is booked, riders have the option to pay for their class and even get a calendar reminder that will automatically sync to their phone. Get connected today.
Welcome back to Racer TV Live from Snowshoe Mountain. We're going to take a look back to this time last year, our specialized race recap. Starting out, was that Walker Fowler out front early?
Oh, yeah. Confetti again. Confetti again.
Did we just see this? Yeah, so not much displacement between 2021 and 2022 as we got the same confetti guy down there and Walker Fowler out front.
Yeah, and then Jared McClure runs second here. Sad he's not out here on the mountain. You know he's a competitor out with his broken collarbone. But
arm in a sling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Suffered at last round, round 8 at Mason-Dixon.
Yep, Gator out as well. Hate to see that.
Yep, after a good run like this last year.
Oh, yeah.
Coming through is the Gator again.
McClure, Honda boys, ride red out front.
Jared McClure there.
Oh, yeah. Snake.
Yeah.
And this time last year, we were without Bryson Neal again due to his 2021 injury.
Stayed out front. Walker Fowler coming around.
I'm over here talking with my microphone off. Yes, that's Walker Fowler taking the win there 1 year ago here at Snowshoe GNCC.
Hunter Hart able to take home second place in the Gator out of McGill, rounding out your podium back in 2021, and
which is double the heartache for Adam McGill today, knowing how good he can ride here at Snowshoe and not being able to complete the race here today.
Looking at the screen now, there's so many things that happen in a GNCC weekend, and for the first time ever, we moved our EPW Stasic race program from Saturday night after the e-bike race to Friday night, a prime time showdown in the village. We had a cobblestone race surface, and we had a bunch of Stasic riders come out into a supercross style Stasic race. Super cool atmosphere. We had people up in the nose, fans lining the racetrack. We had to split our classes into divisions. We normally run 3 and under, 4-year-old, and 5 and up. And man, was it a fun time last night?
It was. I was able to come out there and watch it. I got sucked into that just as much as I would any Supercross. Right there, you see Jacoby Duvall on your screen. I think he lapped his entire field. 3 and under, 3 years old and under. Jacoby, poor Maggie Duvall, she's got her hands full with Jacoby and Thad, I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah, check this kid out.
And she won, I can't remember her name, but she won her division.
Yep.
She was killing it. Stu Baylor made a lap around on somebody actually loaned him a Stasic bike, and Stu Baylor did an entire lap. They
might have to rebuild the engine in that one after.
It was hilarious. It was cool. Stu Baylor, is great to see him back up here on the mountain. He's hanging out. I don't think he's actually racing just yet. Gonna continue healing up. But man, what a good time with those Stasics. And Griff, great job calling the race action there with our Stasics on Friday night.
It really is one of my favorite parts of the weekend, and I do believe, and I echo a lot of beliefs I know throughout the GNCC racing community and the whole motocross off-road racing community that the Stasic bike is going to change the game of motorcycle racing.
It already has.
Being able to start the form that early and get that.
We're seeing 2-year-olds out there that are just absolutely ripping. I mean, little Jacoby was barely 3 years old, and he's just out there ripping. You know, it took me till I was, 5 years old to get off the training wheels? And these kids don't even know what training wheels are. They've already got the balance figured out at 2 years old. It's what a cool thing. Great park. Let's see.
You can see now the mud fleas starting to clear out.
This mud flea's going to ride the guy's bike for him.
I've done it.
He's like, dude, I know you're tired.
I'm like, dude, I don't feel like pushing out again. I'm just going to ride it out of here.
So another Howard's Hole ATV edition almost in the books. Did this year's edition disappoint?
It's still going, man. We're 8 minutes and 42 seconds
I'm not talking about the race.
The race. We're talking about Howard's Hole.
We had a volleyball game this year. I think it was the first ever volleyball game there this year.
That's hilarious.
The confetti guy was back. The alligator was down there, not Adam McGill.
But the alligator, the Viking guy?
The Viking guy.
Yeah, I thought he was in jail.
Yeah.
Different Viking guy, apparently.
Snowshoe GNCC is a state holiday in West Virginia, and
there you go.
They
Perfect.
they give everyone the green light. You know, hey, it's like a Mountaineer football game. You know, everyone shuts down, businesses close. Snowshoe GNCC, man.
Yep.
Big deal.
Come on up here. We even had one of your state representatives up here.
We had a state representative. We had an import from Indiana. Sam and Maddie Shaver have made
did they make it here?
From Crawfordsville. Sam will be racing the morning race tomorrow.
Had an American Idol contestant singing the national anthem, and she did a fantastic job.
Yes. Yep.
I asked her if she's going to come to the rest of them. I'd love to have her. She did a great job with the national anthem.
The touring national anthem singer.
That would be great.
Caitlin Robertson. So far so good. We still got a lot of racing left to do this weekend, but so far
we've got an e-bike race left to do today, and then we've got 3 races tomorrow. But right now, all eyes are on this XC1 showdown. Walker Fowler physically in the lead, but Jay Shadron lurking back there and keeping him in sight if he can just do that.
For those of you just tuning in, Chuck's pick was Walker Fowler. Cody's pick was Cole Richardson.
I think he's coming.
And I am choosing the dark horse, Jay Shadron, from the XC2 to take home the overall victory here today.
And then Hunter Hart is lurking back there.
Who knows?
Back in 4th place right now.
Yep.
But he was our physical leader for most of this race. He was leading up front.
And right there.
And he's still right there. And all it takes is, as unfortunately Cody would know, all it takes is a bottleneck and a rock.
Snowshoe.
It could just, things could change that fast.
Yeah. Walker could be 20 seconds ahead with 2 miles to go, and just like that.
Yeah, and at the 2 miles to go, we were on the west side of the mountain there, getting ready to hit that hill climb. and that hill climb is where a lot of mayhem tends to happen.
I will bring this up, and we have no video evidence of this, but there's a section that the Trek crew has deemed Zach's Revenge over there.
I heard Ryan talking about that.
And they say Zach's Revenge makes Howard's Hole look like a puppy.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that on the west side?
That's on the west side.
Okay.
Yep. You got Zach's Revenge. You have the Hard Rock Hall of Fame, or the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Rock and Roll, there you go.
And I wish we could have a camera there. I was talking to Cody before the show. If we could cover every inch of a GNCC racetrack, it'd be must-see TV, and it'd take place in NASCAR as the most watched motor.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. We got work to do here at Racing TV, and we'll get there someday.
We got a hard-working crew. If it can be done, our crew can do it. No doubt about it.
Yeah, the coverage has been great. We're enjoying the race so far.
But while we don't have the drone in the air, we get to watch Howard's Hole.
Yeah.
And as you pointed out, I mean, it's thinning out because we're on the white flag lap. We are only about five or 6 minutes away from the conclusion of this exciting race.
They've got to be nearing that PowerPoint. And on cue,
coming up this hill climb,
Walker Fowler.
Walker Fowler. Yep.
He looks cleaner.
It does. I do have to say the leaves. Yeah, I might be picking up someone else, but I do have to say as the race goes on, the leaves do get heavier in the trees, and like my helmet was muddy second lap, and then it was really heavy, and then the leaves got really heavy the third lap, and it scraped all the mud. So things change in a hurry.
So again, we have questions. Could be Walker Fowler in the pits. We'll wait till we get a better look at him in our Yamaha Live Racing drone.
Yeah, we had a drone pick up an ATV with a white chest protector.
He fits the description.
Fits the description of Walker Fowler coming up towards Pro Pits.
We're going to go ahead and issue an APB on the #1 Yamaha machine of Walker Fowler.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with that wasn't him, or the Fowler camp has a problem. That's not him to our left.
Yeah, we're definitely watching for him to come in. That might be him. No.
Nope.
Orange or yellow peppers.
Yeah, we're still a little early for this section, I got to think. We're about 4 minutes away from the conclusion of this race.
The finish line is a good 2 miles from the pits.
From here, yeah.
So they got.
That looks promising.
Yep. We got
3D number.
I don't think so.
No.
It's hard to pick out from this angle.
Yeah, I wish people could see us here as we're like
getting the
glued to the screen, and there. Not him.
Right, pretty good. That's him.
Is it?
Yeah, no problem. I just see the front plate. Yeah, I see the front plate.
Yeah, now watch this. He's going to come by his pits here.
Say, see you guys. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, he just got the signal from his pit crew.
All right, can we stop where they go into the woods here and see the adjustment time? I want to stop right here.
Okay, 1/1000.
So here's
yeah, I want to stop right here and wait for Jay Shad to come through. Oh. Nope. Oh, Walker stalled it right there.
We're still following Walker. They're deep into the trees now. All I saw was Walker Fowler pop through there. He's physically leading this race. Well, we want to know, though, Jay Shadron had him in sight. Last time we had a good, clear camera shot, a static camera shot, we were able to count it down and say, wow, Jay Shadron actually has him in sight in certain parts of the track here. Not close enough to pick his lines, but close enough to breathe his exhaust. Yeah. And that's all he needs to do to bring home this win.
Sprinting now is Walker Fowler down the left side of the FMF PowerPoint. He comes down here, makes the dip onto the road, hanging the hard left-hand turn onto Southwest Ridge.
Oh, he's clicking through the gears now. Look at that.
Saying thanks to the lapper as he rides by. Going to come up here, cross the state route, and head back on over to the slope side. And we have yet to see how close Jay Shadron is in the waning moments of lap number 4 and the 2022 High Point ATV GNCC.
So there he gets a nice little breather on the pavement. He hits this gravel road out by the condos, gets a chance to hopefully breathe, get some oxygen into his body there.
I'm just going to come out and say it. We haven't seen Jay Shadron, and 5 seconds is not a lot of time, and I'm going to say Walker has the overall well within his grasp.
Well, right now we've got a lot of wide open roads, and Walker Fowler seems to just thrive. I mean, he can do the tight technical stuff, but he also knows how to rail that wide open stuff too. So.
Even in this tight angle, I want to say you could see at least 2 seconds back in Walker Fowler.
Look at him kicking up dust there.
Yeah, it was raining at the.
I know, raining at the start. Got a little chilly. I wasn't complaining. But okay, that was a nice wide camera shot. I think we could have seen 5 seconds behind him there, and I did not see anybody behind him. So very possible that he got the motivation on this last lap. We'll wait and see. He's coming up to the finish line here pretty soon. Oh, makes contact with a lapper, but all is well. Both still on the trail.
2 more corners, and our questions are beginning to be answered. It looks like the 2022 overall ATV champion is going to be none other than Walker Fowler. Checkered flag flies.
Checker flag flies for Walker Fowler. He takes the checker flag here. He is physically first on the racetrack, and now all eyes are turned. Even Walker is looking back. All right, where is Jay Shadron? Will Jay Shadron be able to snag away the win from Walker Fowler based on timing and scoring adjustments? We've got him right there. Jay Shadron is in. He is in second. Walker Fowler with the win today. Jay Shadron in second place. And now for third place, waiting to see. It's a shootout between Hunter Hart and Cole Richardson, I believe. Gathered down around Walker Fowler. He looks a little tired, to tell you the truth.
Or very excited.
Or very excited. I imagine he's probably pretty excited because Snowshoe.
Yeah.
Snowshoe is exhausting, but it's exhilarating to win there. So there's 2 big E words.
Not only was the Snowshoe, he's going to take home another snowboard, sure, but he's going to take home 25, 30. He's going to take home 30 points that Bryson Neal was unable
This season's not over. It's not over till it's over. And you know what? Speaking of it's not over till it's over, we still only have Walker Fowler and Jay Shadron into the checker flag so far.
Safe to say Shadron will be our second place overall.
But I would say that is definitely safe. And, man, what a ride for Jay. Congratulations,
yes,
Jay Shadron. Leading a lot of this. Okay, there's Cole Richardson. The three that we were debating.
Hey,
man, way to go, Coltrane Richardson. Third place, the 733 Yamaha out of Edinburgh, Pennsylvania, takes home third place here at the Snowshoe GNCC. So there we go, folks. Walker Fowler with the win. Jay Shadron in second place. Cole Richardson rounds out our overall podium here at Snowshoe.
Yeah, awesome to see.
I feel like this race has been the 2022 season so far in a nutshell. You know, we thought we had definite answers, and then time after time after time, the racing changed our mind.
Absolutely. Now, at this point, I'm assuming Rodney Tomlin is probably down at the finish line because none of us were snuck out of the booth. There was a race going on.
I guess Rodney is doing his best Mikey Wayne's impression, and he will be down at the podium. Yes.
Well, we're waiting on the TV crew to get down there, and we'll do a quick podium or a quick interview with our top 3, and then we'll throw things down to the podium there for the fans here at the racetrack. But man, what a race here! High expectations. Bryson Neal out early in this race. I mean, a mile into it, hated that he broke his bike in half. Basically,
still never got a shot of that.
Well, we never did get a shot of that, but I take him at his word.
The rain caught us off guard. We had some extreme technical difficulties getting our bolt camera up and running, and the bolt camera covers the pits week in and week out. Nick V was heartbroken himself. We're unable to get a picture of the broke 241 machine, but we will. Rain check. Maybe we can bring it with us to Beckley because I know he got it on his card.
There will definitely be some social media posts about the broken Bryson Neal Magna 1 lubricants YFZ 450 out there for sure. So man, my heart goes out to him. Adam McGill out early in this race. Third place last year. So things have changed up. High expectations for some, disappointment for others. Walker Fowler with the win again. Jay Shadron on the box, and Cole Richardson rounding it out. Hunter Hart's now in, confirmed fourth place for him. Waiting on Devin Feehan to come in and hopefully take home his top 5 spot and some valuable points. There's Devin Feehan right now. Devin Feehan indeed gets the 5th place. And then a quick look down. It looks like Johnny Gallagher and Chris Borich were fighting over that final top 10 spot. Imagine that. Johnny G, man, putting together a ride.
Okay, so folks, like I mentioned before, the rain did some pretty good damage to our bolt camera. This is going to have to be our angle for our post-race interviews. Unfortunately, we will address it and try to get it fixed for tomorrow's show. But Rodney is trying to get an interview with Walker Fowler right now. We'll hear from our overall winner, the #1 Yamaha of Walker Fowler. Snowshoe brings so many challenges with it. One of them is radio reception and microphone reception. And again, where our trailer is in comparison to the finish line is a feat in itself to get down there. Our drone has the shot. There's Nick V with his camera and his microphone. We're going to see if we can make this happen.
It looks like we're having to relocate Rodney and Walker to the top of the hill just so they can get microphone reception because the hill blocks the radio waves between the TV truck and the finish line. We found that out this morning during the youth race.
So a little look into some behind the scenes here at Racer TV. We're trying to make it happen, trying to make it work.
What it takes to make it happen.
Doing what it takes. And we will get a word from our top 3, and we'll be waiting on Rodney's call. But, man, I never know what to expect coming into Snowshoe, and as cliche as it is, you got to expect the unexpected.
Boy, I'll tell you what, one other thing that we're going to do here live, not on Racer TV, but we're going to interview top amateur later on in the day. Early on, it was Lane McCormick, like he had that in the bag, but Cody Collier told us, he's like, don't count out those Vet A guys right now, and we're still waiting on them to come in on their final lap, but Thomas Kuntz in that Vet A class has clawed his way up to 12th overall. Lane McCormick sits at 14th overall. So it very well could be a Vet A with our top amateur of the day here at Snowshoe.
Yeah, and then Jeff Pitt in a Vet A sandwich with Papa P, Jeff Pickens.
Yep, that's good company right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's great company.
Of course, we got to wait on them to come in with 4 laps complete. So far, we only have 5 riders with 4 laps complete. That's Snowshoe. I mean, these they get stretched out. It looks like we're getting ready for. I can certainly hear some background noise. Looks like Rodney's getting signal, whether he knows it or not.
Yeah, I think we're ready to go now, if I'm not mistaken. Down here, wow, I tell you, climbing on up to the top, we finished down below on our way up. Walker says, man, you're going to make me climb a mountain after I just raced a mountain? I said, dude, you just climbed a mountain in points today, let alone the mountain we had to climb to get up here. Congratulations, Walker. What a day here at Snowshoe. Win number 5, as Mark says it, the king of Snowshoe now.
I think we're the winningest pro racer in history here at the mountain. So a race as coveted is the Blackwater 100. All the guys that race that, man, just kind of makes you think back to the Bob Sloan, Ted Trey, Tom Tokay days, and it's so awesome to win this. I'm, like I said, I'm gutted for Bryson. You don't want to see that happen, but the score is even now, and we're down 11 points, and the fans are going to get to see the battle that they deserve to see.
Absolutely, and that's a great way to look at it. The beauty of it is he's healthy, like you were healthy after your incident. It's kind of a tit-for-tat thing on that, but you're right, man. It really sets the stage for those final 4 rounds. But, man, what a way to head into the summer break like this.
Just I needed this. You start to get a little down on yourself. You start to wonder what you're doing wrong. And I've been telling everybody's like, well, is he that much faster? He's pretty darn good. And, it's like, what's wrong? And honestly, it was just a bunch of silly stuff. I kept just little mistakes, and we weren't putting a good race together. And, man, we don't go a mile today, and Bryson smoked a tree. I mean, he got up, and I kind of looked back, and he was getting back on the bike, and just like, man, that have broke normal people in half. I can't believe it. We're going to get in Howard's Hole, and he's going to already be back on my rear tires. And then it ended up being Richardson, and I got into Howard's Hole, and, man, everyone wanted to stand in front of me. Everywhere I went, I ran 2 or 3 people over. I'm really sorry, but I was revving, I was yelling, but there's so much chaos down there. People turn their back, and like you said, one little bobble, and they slip, and you're pretty soon you're running people over, and they didn't look too happy. So like I said, I'm sorry, but man, it was nuts down there.
Well, tell us a little bit about this day today, because we got a little bit of it. Bryson took the spill. You got a little bit. But, man, I mean, that was a pretty hard-fought battle day. You had Jay Shadron in there in the mix for the overall. You had Cole Richardson in the mix for the overall and adjusted time. I mean, not only did you have to race those guys on the front row, but you had to worry about time as well.
Absolutely, and that's what I was thinking. I got hung on Howard's hole the first lap. I knew that behind Steve Harrell in row 3, and I was like, uh-oh. That means I've lost my group, and I'm 15 or 20 seconds behind. I got a long row to hoe. So I just started picking off guys, and as soon as I saw Glauda and Hart, I was like, okay, I'm at least back on my row. And I saw Jay Shad up there. I knew he was row 2, and I'm like, okay, no matter what. And, you know, I gotta yank him 5 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever the separation is. I think it's 10. So it was literally a race against the clock. Hunter Hart and I went back and forth. Jay Shad had a killer line through Howard's hole. I never could figure out how he was doing it. And, man, I got through there that last lap, and I saw it was Jay, and I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not racing him. I'm racing the clock. So every time I could hear a bike getting close, I was just pedal to the metal, balls out, just trying to get to the end. And I had to actually pull a good gap in the last little hill climb that I told someone to be at. No one was there for me except some awesome fans that literally saved my race. These guys right here. Thank you very much. Oh, there we go. The Mud Fleas came in clutch when I needed them. I love you guys. I love West Virginia. Thank you so much. It's so awesome to be the king of the mountain, guys.
Absolutely. King of the mountain, Walker Fowler. Congratulations to you, man. Revel in this. Like I said, you got 2 months to think about this before you got to put the gloves back on.
You're only as good as your last race, so I get to enjoy it a little bit longer than normal.
All righty, guys. That's Walker Fowler down here taking a big win here on Snowshoe. It's his 5th. Wow.
Fowler taking us through his race. What a day. And we could speculate all we want, but we heard it here.
Look at that view right there. Man, the mountain range just kind of took the wind right out of your sails there, Griff. What a beautiful place. What a beautiful place to have a win. Congratulations, Walker Fowler, 5-time champion. Winningest champion, winningest team on this mountain.
Winningest ATV rider in history, I believe, is what he just said.
On this mountain.
On this mountain.
Yep.
What a way to do it.
No, I love how he approached that last lap. He said he wasn't just pedal to the metal. He wasn't worried about making mistakes. He wasn't worried about trying to salvage his day. He was like, he knew he was hitting his marks and riding awesome, and wasn't worried about making mistakes. The mindset was great. Yeah. He was able to get on that last lap and make that gap and run away with it. Get the maximum points.
And he did just that, and I think that's going to do it. Your top 10, and these results are unofficial. Coming in 10th, Chris Borch. 9th place secured by Ronnie Rush. Wyatt Wilkin comes in 8th. 7th place goes to Steve Harrell. 6th place, John Glotta Jr. Your top 5, Devin Feehan. Hunter Hart in 4th. Top 3 go as this: Cole Richardson, Jay Shadron, and again, your 2022 Snowshoe champion, Walker Fowler.
And keep in mind, guys, only the top 8 have even timed in yet. Like 9th and 10th is just from last lap.
Again,
we haven't even seen 9th and 10th come through. That's how far out Walker and Jay Shad and all these guys just ran away with this thing. It's been minutes, and we're still waiting on our top 10 to come through.
An epic ride on an epic mountain. Chuck, closing thoughts.
Man, I'll tell you what, beautiful day up here on the mountain. Congratulations to all of our competitors. We look forward to a long summer break, reset things, and we're going to come back in the fall. That's it for our show here on Racer TV. I'm Chuck Leemaster with Team Faith, joined in the booth with Cody Collier, Griff Cotter, and down in the pits, Rodney Tomlin.
As Rodney would say, good day, everybody.
Good day, everybody.
Good day.